Let me show you how to make the fortune you have always dreamed about.
Check this out.
I'll show you how to make all kind of money.
Yeah, boy.
Will make you financially independent.
4, 3, 2, 1, 1.
Here's a secret for you to make millions.
It's a secret for you to make millions.
What's the secret? I want the secret. Here's my credit card info. Come on, man.
Tom Vu, dude.
Sign me up.
Oh my gosh,
Millions,
Tom
man.
Vu. That guy's the best. Not to be confused with John Fu.
Or what was the I was gonna say John Woo. Was that a famous guy?
I don't know.
Maybe not. But
John Fu is a famous guy. He made that dope movie.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
SOS,
that's definitely a name.
hashtag SOS.
That's right. Yeah, John Fu. Duh.
Yeah. Hashtag SOS.
Trolled.
Yeah. Guys, if you haven't
Yeah.
seen that movie yet, we had the director on last week, and this week we got Rick the Rebel. Now, this dude, he's been around the scene for a minute. Adlai, explain to me how Rick the Rebel ended up everywhere around the scene, or should we have Rick the Rebel explain it to us?
We'll talk. I'm going to give you the 10-second version of what I know about Rick the Rebel, and then I guarantee you he will expand for a good hour or so about Rick the Rebel, because honestly, I feel like I met him. I was DJing, and he's like, "Hey, fool, play some Tupac or something like that." And I was like, "All right." And then he's like, "Hey, man, I'll give you a hand loading up." And I'm like, "Okay." And then, dude, we just kind of kicked it for a long time and stuff. And then when I had a kid, kind of quietly retired from doing gigs and stuff, but we kind of lost track of each other. But he was around for a long time, and we've known each other for a long time, since my Play 103.9 days with Mickey Rock. So we're going back almost 20 years knowing this dude. And no matter where you're at, if people are there, Rick's gonna pop up. He's just there. The Johnny on the spot type dude. You know what I'm saying? So excited to talk to him though, man. People were already making great comments like can't wait. So
wow. Well, I'm glad that people are making great comments. Like, can't wait. I'm glad Rick the Rebel is such a Chino brother fan. Why don't we bring him out here? Hold on a sec. Give me one moment. You know what I got to do?
Give me a countdown.
Not yet. How about that? Just keep telling me about Rick the Rebel for a couple seconds.
Rick the Rebel. Oh, I don't want to tell too much about him because I know he's got some great stories to share with us too. Because man, the audience is already building up for this one. And here we go in 3, 2, 1. Rick the Rebel, ladies and gentlemen. What do you got?
What up? My bad on that.
Look at that. Rick the Rebel, are you going through your notes?
Oh, Rick.
I'm making sure I got this ready, and I got to go get something else. Hold on.
Rick the Rebel, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
All right, let's go.
Who did that? Is that you, Mike?
I'm right here, boss. I'm right here.
Rick the Rebel, the one and only. Ladies and gentlemen, known throughout Bakersfield for various things that he does.
All right, let's
we know him, Rick the Rebel. Where did it start,
Rick
man?
the Rebel. Where
does it start? Where does it begin?
How's everybody doing tonight? Chino Brothers, it's a pleasure to be here with you guys. I know a lot of people have been telling me, dude, you got to go on the Chino Brothers. You got to talk about this. You got to talk about that. But we're going to limit ourselves because a lot of people from back in the days, they're private now. Everybody's private. But I'm going to talk what I've gone through. You know what I mean? So I know you guys got questions. A lot of people think I'm from here, from Bakersfield. I'm not. I was raised in Los Angeles, Hollywood District, Compton, Watts. I went to Lock High. I've been through a lot, but I'm going to let you guys do the questions and I'll do the answers as they come. Thank you.
Yeah, Rick
Hollywood,
the
okay.
Rebel. Look at that. Rick the Rebel already starting out, explaining himself to everybody, explaining that he's a Chino brother fan, telling us where he's from. Very professional. Now, Adlai, he says he has a lot of stories, and he knows that there's all this beef, and he says he's not getting involved in beef, but he's just going to tell us stories. Now, Rick, are these stories going to have lots of names in them, like the Baker Boys?
I talked to a few of them, and they're like, dude, Just don't talk about yada yada yada. You know what I mean? So we're gonna cut corners, but like I said, I'm from El Salvador. I came from El Salvador in 1981. Hollywood District to me was like a whole new world. You know, trip out on this one. Trip out on this one, guys. I grew up in nothing but you guys are familiar with Los Angeles, right? Both of you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're familiar with Melrose, Vermont, Virgil,
Yeah.
Marathon, and all those streets?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, put it to you like this: 1981, I crossed the border and yada yada, and they take my grandma away, bro, on the same day that I crossed the border. How does that go for me?
Wait, who took grandma?
La migra, bro.
When I
Come on.
crossed the border, immigration took my grandma away the first day I
Oh.
crossed.
Migra.
Serious? Oh man, that sucks, dude.
Yes, so you could just imagine not the fear, but the anger that was enduring inside of me. The first week of school, getting bullied, getting ridiculed, just for being different, and to me, it was crazy because your own skin, you know, ridiculing you and whatnot. Back then, it was hard. You know,
All right,
I hear
Rick,
about this.
Rick,
Yeah.
hold on 1 second. Let me just say it for you.
Yeah.
Rick hates white people, folks. He wants you all to know.
No,
He
no,
hates
no,
every
no, no,
one of
no.
you white devils. Oh, you crap.
No,
That's not what
it's
you're
more like I was colorblind. I didn't know no better.
Oh, I'm sorry,
You know?
Rick. I thought I was putting words in your mouth. I apologize. Adley actually hates white people. It's not Rick. Please continue, Rick. Go ahead.
Wait a sec.
No,
so,
but
so
like I was saying, yeah, you know.
this is 1981. You just how old
Yes.
are you at this point? How old are you?
I'm 4 years old, bro. I'm 4 years old.
Okay, okay. So
I'm 4 years old, but I get into school.
Hold on, Rick.
I
sorry,
started
one
from
more-
the
one more thing,
get-go.
sorry.
K1.
Rick, sorry.
Huh?
I got to interrupt one more time. Sorry. Hey, Marcus, I was just kidding about Adley or Rick hating white people. Marcus is probably our only Caucasian person that watches the show besides Sherilyn. Neither of the two Caucasian watchers, we don't dislike Caucasian people. I was teasing with Rick. Rick,
we love
tell
everybody.
us about Hollywood. Tell us about Hollywood.
Yeah, bro. You know, I was just colorblind back then, and I didn't understand what was going on around me until my TA teacher. She was Korean, and her English was broken. So I started hanging out with, like I told Adelaide this many years ago. In the district that I grew up on, in the Melrose district, there was a lot of Filipinos, Koreans, Samoans, Black, Jamaican, but everybody would categorize you who you hung out with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So my outlet, one of my outlets was, like I told D-Lay, was music. I used to listen to KDAY,
Yeah.
KS101, all the good stuff. And when I would go to school or to parties, I would mumble the music and make up my own shit. You know what I mean?
Oh,
To make
wow.
language.
Watch the language, Rick. Watch the language.
Yes. Oh, sorry about that.
But go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of people would be like, why is he even singing if he doesn't know the music? You know the song Material World? Living in a material world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Well, I would
Yeah.
change it and say Cheerio World. Living
Cheerio
in
World.
a Cheerio. Yeah.
And this is in LA. You're going to school, you're sitting in school, and everybody speaks pretty much English because you still are learning English at
Yeah.
this point.
Now wait a
Okay.
minute. If Grandma got scooped up by La Migra, then who was raising you, Rick?
That part, my mom and dad are already here. I already have cousins. I already have
Okay.
relatives all
Okay,
over
good.
Los Angeles.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I'm feeling kind of different because they took my grandma away. I don't want to be in the United States. You know, it's during the holidays, and it's like that I get very emotional during the holidays. People ask me, "Why are you so quiet?" When I'm quiet, it's not that I'm mad, because people are so used to me being outrageous out there talking and everything. If I'm serious or talking, it's more like I'm reminiscing of what was to where I am now. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, and then I'm thinking too, you're 4 or 5 years old. How did you get turned on to K-Day and the hip hop?
You know what? Okay, everybody knows this spot right here. It's on Beverly and Rampart. The Tommy's right there.
Yeah.
The Tommy's where everybody and their moms would hang out. You know what I mean? And I'm hanging out nothing but with older cats. I'm not with the whole Chicano essay swag. Nah. That wasn't my bringing. My upbringing was nice jeans, nice shoes. Who cares if they were from Payless? Nice shoes and a nice polo shirt to like DTI, dressed to impress. And it was like, what in the world is he doing?
And that's how
When I would go to parties or little kickbacks or little get-togethers, I would wear windbreakers, Adidas, Ely's, Fire. Yeah.
But that's how
So
come
when
all the
people were
honeys
like-
were coming up on you, huh, Rick? All the girls.
Hold on.
All right,
So
I got
those
you, I
same
got you.
people that would tell me, how the hell does he know it? Does he understand the music without knowing English? I was breakdancing. I was around the breakdancing era, electro, freestyle, and all that. Other Filipino parties, I don't want to say just Filipino parties, but the Asian parties that I would get welcome to, I'm talking from 4 to like 9 years old until I moved to South Central. They were all get together parties. It was music that was never heard on the radio. I believe June White was on here and was talking about how the Asian ¿cómo se llama? People like a lot of freestyle. I learned a lot of freestyle.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
The
a lot
Filipino.
about
Yeah, so,
yeah,
So
and
folks,
that's how I learned about KDAY.
That's right. So, folks, what Rick the Rebel's trying to tell you is he pretended to be Filipino for about 3 or 4 years, and he looks pretty Filipino, don't you say? Ed?
Pretty much, because they understood everything I would say. My English was broken just like theirs. Everything was like, look, dude, respect to be respected. When I would go to their houses, it was like, dude, take off your shoes. I remember like the second or third time I went to my friend's house, I can't say no names because of, I don't want nothing coming back, but his grandma took off my shoes, cleaned my feet, and washed my socks and shoes in the dryer. That to me was respect to where, okay, next time you come with it. Grandma doesn't do that for everybody. I've been around a lot of families. It's like, dude, that's love. She doesn't want you to feel awkward because they were having little get-togethers and whatnot. So every time I would go to people's houses, like, do I have to take off my shoes? Dude, like that. Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what?
we should have, Mike. We should have
go
done that
ahead,
at our apartment. Our apartment, Studio 230. We should have done that to people. They would have respected us more. You know what I mean?
Taking their shoes off and wash their feet and wash their socks.
Yeah.
Promises. Well, I'll
So
say this.
okay, I'm still in school, right?
I want to tell you. I want to tell you my Asian grandma story. Listen to this.
Oh, okay, here we go. Okay.
There's this nice Asian grandma, and she had a swimming pool in the back of her house. And I was like, I would like to take a dip in your swimming pool. And she lent me her husband's swim trunks. And then she told my wife that she was skinny. You know who this Asian grandma was?
Oh, wow.
Adelaide's mom. That's
Knows
who the
my
Asian grandma was.
Wow.
Very nice Asian grandma.
That's love right there.
Yeah,
That's love.
nice.
You can keep those shorts.
It's like I learned so much from other cultures. It's a trip. It's a trip.
Yeah, man. So then you end up going to Watts, you said, or was it South Central?
South Central.
By the time I'm 9 years old, I never get to graduate from the school that I wanted to graduate from, which is the 5th grade, and you're supposed to move on.
Yeah.
All my friends were going to Marshall, Belmont, Verdugo, all these schools over there, and I end up moving to Gage and Broadway. And mind you, I'm not living in a house, bro. My heart and soul goes out to my mom and my dad because we had some friends that were from Honduras, and they're in the back, the garage. My dad turned it into a house. The only thing that was missing was the plumbing, but that was home, and I made the best of it,
Wow.
So when people tell me, "Oh, I've been done it out," have you gone through this? Have you gone through that?
Yeah.
That same studio apartment rents for like $6,000 a month now, which is crazy.
Wow.
Imagine.
Luxury.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But
LA
back to what you were saying. I learned, like I'm telling you, I learned with people from the South. Down in Tennessee, Missouri. I grew up with a lot of people from down south. So let's just say when
hold on. Did you end up moving down south while you were a child, or they just lived in South Central Los Angeles, like people from Tennessee?
No. Yes, these people lived in South Central Los Angeles.
People from Tennessee?
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro.
Wow.
Yeah. But we're talking about. Have you seen that show? I don't know if I could mention it. Have you seen Mayans?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've
I
watched the
haven't
Mayans.
seen it,
Okay,
but
you
I've
seen
the
Mayans, and have you
commercials.
seen Snowfall? The show Snowfall.
Yeah, I've seen Snowfall. You seen Snowfall? It's a good show. Yeah.
Is it also a Sons of Anarchy type of thing?
No, it's a
Oh yeah. I
It's
have
more
seen
like
Snowfall.
urban,
Yeah, no, I have
down
seen
to
LA.
Snowfall.
earth.
It's about the cocaine, right?
the
Isn't that?
crack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So I didn't go to school in South Central. I would have to go get a bus on Gage to 61st Street and go all the way to Inglewood.
Oh wow.
That's where you went to school in Inglewood?
Yes, at a school called Kentwood.
Man, couldn't you get bussed like all the rest of the good Mexicans? What happened here, man? How'd you get skipped? I would have been like, you need to send me to the San Fernando Valley immediately.
The thing of it is, the day that I show up to that school, guess what day it is? And you guys are gonna remember this date. Remember the day the Challenger blew up?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember.
I
vividly,
make
yeah.
I make my grand appearance to this 5th grade class. I'm watching this going down on the TV in the cafeteria, and as soon as I walk into the room, everybody just turns around and looks at me like all sad, like what had just happened
Oh,
at Challenger.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So that stuck to me. And people were like, "You have to introduce yourself." Being my Spanish so broken, this is what I said. My real name is not Ricky. My real name is something else. I don't know. You know what my real name is, right?
Maybe.
Do you
I don't
remember?
remember. I don't know if I remember that.
Okay, we'll leave that as a trivia. But I say my name, and everybody's like, "Where the hell did this guy come from?" I'm dressed in polo. I'm dressed in like nothing to do the way how they're dressed, the way how their culture is. You know what I mean? I'm like a valley boy. And we dressed all nice and whatnot. Lee Tiger, joint, yeah. So to me that affected a lot. But that's when I started opening up a lot of how do you say, communication, getting to know a little bit more of where it is. It's not where you're from, is where you're at. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know?
How many brown people were there, Rick? Was it all black people and you, or were there other brown people there?
See? Remember how you started off the conversation with Caucasians 0 and everybody else up? This is Inglewood. We're talking about everything, bro. Samoan, Jamaican.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes.
You're good. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
So I'm in good.
Yeah.
But what happens is when the same people from your skin start bagging on you, or they start bagging on people that they think that they don't know Spanish or English, like Honduran, Jamaican, Belizean, that becomes a problem. Because these people were brought up not to talk back. To where me, it was like, oh hell no, you ain't gonna be talking about my friends like that. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell?
Did you scrap a lot?
That's where the wrestling comes in. Mike, are you a wrestling fan?
Yeah, pro wrestling or college.
Yes, pro wrestling from the 80s and whatnot.
I mean, me and Adley watched it in college, but I like UFC now. I watched the.
Okay, so you're more into that.
Yeah, right.
To where back then it was like.
I was like, yeah, because he's an amazing wrestler.
right. To where my friends were like, don't mess with him. I don't know how to fight. I don't know how to scrap. I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to hurt you. You know what I mean? I would go out of my way to read the pro wrestling magazines, to learn a little bit more of English. But my thing was always music and wrestling. Music and wrestling. MTV, wrestling, you know, to where don't poke me because I will explode. It's like I was a walking time bomb with everything going on, you know?
Oh my goodness, Rick.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
with the flipping to the music side too, though, you're in like one of the best places to be for hip hop, because this is what, late 80s, early 90s?
85, 86.
85, 86. Okay.
We're already to 85, 86. We haven't talked to where I moved later on to up more in South Central. I lived on 108th and Avalon. That's why I told you I went to Log High. That was one of my dream schools.
Oh, that's where you went to high school?
Yes.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Before I get there, they're breaking it down to me. They're like, you have to go to this school, you have to go to this school, you have to go to this school. There's prep rallies. I'm already prepping to go there. And I'm like, I gotta know my music. I gotta know my ish. I gotta know the lingo. I gotta know respect to be respected, like I learned when I was younger. I get to 108th and Avalon, and it's like, oh, forget it, dude. The world is yours. You know, I watched the movie Scarface, and one of my sayings that I say all the time is, me, I want what's coming to me. Well, what's that? It's in the movie, and I say the world and everything in it. And I'm not going to be selfish and not share it with the world.
That's right. You know what I always say?
Am I making sense?
Yes. You know what I always say? I always say this. There's two things in this world, my word and my balls. And
Bingo.
I ain't breaking either of them for anybody.
That's exactly what the conclusion is, boss. My word is my bond. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I respect to be respected. If you don't respect me after I respected you, now I know where you stand.
You hear what he's saying, Adley?
Yeah. word is bond. And in this scene, you're going to Locke High School at this point, right?
No. I get to 108th Street School. I live on 108th and Avalon. Down the street, guess what movie they filmed a week before I move in?
Stand and Deliver.
Nope.
Good guess.
La Bamba.
Born in East LA.
No. I'm listening to everything you're saying, and remember Colors?
Yeah.
Colors. Yeah.
Okay, remember all the scenes that happened in there were in South Central. All of them were there.
Original. That was like the first movie was Colors. You know what I mean? Like before all of them, before Blood In, Blood Out, before
No. Let me reframe you on that.
Go ahead.
The first like real gangster movie to come out was Boulevard Nights. I don't know if you remember Boulevard Nights.
Vaguely, but I do remember that. Yeah.
Boulevard Nights.
There's Boulevard Nights, and then they made like a play, like a Christian play for church. It was called Duke of Earl.
Huh.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like a Hollywood blockbuster.
Yeah, this is a Hollywood blockbuster movie. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. See?
I don't know, Rick. I think I would have heard of it though if it was a Hollywood
Boulevard Nights. You never heard of it? Boulevard Nights.
I don't think I've heard of Boogie Nights.
Okay, Boulevard Nights. It's with the same people that come out in Blood In and Blood Out.
Oh, okay. I know that.
Kind of a Chicano type movie. It was like
11th Street and all that. It talked about all. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Colors was more gang banging though. Colors was the original gang banging like Blood Crip movie.
Do you remember the theme song to Colors? Not the one that Ice-T sings, but the original song that comes out in the beginning. You remember who it is? I believe it's Kenny Loggins. It's a country song in the beginning.
Really? Well, that makes sense because the cops maybe are rolling out.
Yeah, like
at the hamburger station where Rocky 5, you know what I mean? What's his race? You remember he says his name is Rocky 5?
Yeah.
He goes and talks to the girl at that hamburger stand.
Yeah.
I live down the street from there. I know people that lived there for years, and down the block was Locke High. We were there in the scene, watching everything.
Wow,
that's crazy, dude.
So okay, I didn't graduate from the 5th grade. Like I said, I went and did that over there. I didn't graduate from my junior high that I was supposed to graduate to go to junior high. That was Gompers, and then after Gompers, you have to go to Locke. Remember the earthquake in 1992, 93, I believe?
Yeah.
The first one in LA.
Yes, I remember.
I couldn't walk the aisle, or I didn't get to graduate and run the earthquake.
Because of the earthquake, you couldn't do it. You couldn't graduate. They wouldn't let you walk.
Yes.
That was a big earthquake.
No, my dad didn't let me go to school that day.
Oh, really?
So I didn't get to graduate. So I get a free pass from all my homies, and everyone's like, "What the hell, dude? You didn't graduate or nothing." But I get my papers, you know. I ain't gonna lie.
So what year did you graduate, Rick? High school.
I never graduated. See, we gotta get there.
Okay, go ahead.
I walk into junior high, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. But in order for you to become part of the band and lock in high school, you have to take classes in junior high because they would have pep rallies, they would have marching bands, they would block the streets off. It was nice. It's very nice. It was very, 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 very nice. To where Locke, I didn't know, was the #1 marching band here in the United States. So it's like you had to put your effort into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Were you like a mascot, or did you participate, or you just were like?
On that, trip out on this one. When I get to junior high, 6th, 7th, before I graduate from the 8th grade, do you guys remember the 187 march?
No.
The
Where everybody walked out of their classes and walked down to downtown LA?
I feel like I remember that. I feel
That
like
was
I
probably
do.
like
it's called the 187 march. It was famous all over.
What year was it?
I want to say before I graduated. Let me see. I graduated, and let me see what year I graduated.
He's got to get up to look to see what year he graduated.
He's got his notes. You got your notes?
Yeah.
Rick,
Graduated in 1991. I graduated in 91.
That's the year I dropped out of high school.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the year I dropped out of high school. But I dropped out my senior year, so like I was supposed to graduate in 91.
Okay. I feel like I do remember that, but I graduated in 89, so I was already out. But I remember.
I don't remember that at all.
This is when Big Boy was barely kept. So I graduate junior high, but that whole ordeal of what happened in junior high with the 187 march marks me. I'm a known man. Like people are all eyes on you because you arranged that.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
You were a key player in the 187 March walkout?
Yes, because we had to promote like different high schools. That's when I started my promoting.
Oh.
Wait, so you're taking flyers to different schools and stuff?
And saying F the police?
Man, we're talking
about
a
bunch of pigs.
All over. To where everybody was supposed to get out before lunch, and a lot of people didn't get out. And when I started walking, and there's cops looking at us. Instead of them telling us to get back into school, they started escorting us all the way down to the hall in downtown LA. And there's a bunch of high schools coming out of nowhere. Look it up. It's there.
187 March. Okay. Hey, let me squeeze in a couple shout outs real quick too. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Ivan Sanchez, you know him as Mickey Rock's brother, says
that's my boy right there. That's my other family right there, bro.
Yeah.
We'll get there when we get there. We get there when we get there.
And Dos Muchos repping Yuma and Bakersfield.
Wait, Rick,
yes,
Rick,
sir.
do you know Dos?
Yes, I love Dos Muchos. Matter of fact, the first time I got to meet him, we had an interview. We had an interview. We talked about wrestling and all that. We did it with EVP.
Okay.
You and Dos were on EVP show on
yes, and I have a story about that. A backstory about that too.
The Blue Zone, right?
Blue Zone.
Yes.
Blue.
Yes.
No, Blue. There's another word there. Blue Note Zones. What was it?
Blue.
No, Blue Zone.
I swear there's another word there.
I feel like you're right. Now that you
Blue
mentioned
Note
that,
Zone.
yeah. Evan checking in. What's up,
What
Evan?
up, Evan?
And Jess, one of our former guests too. Jess, DJ Jess, the Mixaholic. What's up, y'all?
Oh wow, check that out,
dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so
radio on Groove.
EVP, if you're watching, tell us the name of the show. You watch every episode. This is gonna be the one episode he doesn't watch.
Yeah, you're right. What was that?
It was Blue Note Zone or something. Blue Bloom Zone. Anyways, you were on, Rick. You were on there with with Dos.
With Dos Muchos, and the person that helped us with the audio and helped us set up the DJ system and all that was my boy Alex.
How'd you meet Dos?
That part, I thought I knew him from somewhere else, and it wasn't him. But we clicked from the beginning.
You talking about Dos Muchos?
Yes.
Yeah,
I thought he was somebody else. When he came and picked me up, I honestly thought he was somebody else that I knew from LA or something. And when he starts telling me he's somebody else, oh man, we start linking up.
Wait,
we started talking about music and everything. Yeah.
Was he driving Uber or something? He came and picked you up, or how did what? Like
no. We were set to go into the Blue Zone.
Okay. He picked you up to go with him.
And Dos was a guest.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, separate.
But we were
gas.
having problems with the audio, so Alex G came in, fixed it up for us.
Alex
Yeah.
G, word
Shout
up.
out.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Shout out to Alex G. Straight
Yeah,
up, word
yeah.
up. Who would you say you vibe with better, Rick? Dos Muchos or Adley or Delay?
I can't. That's not a toss up. Everybody that kicks it with me is like they're gonna have something to say. You know what I mean? It's a bundle. I can't take picks. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to earn my wings here. I can't pick yada yada. You know.
So
Yeah,
you're
there's
saying,
no wrong answer,
You're
bro.
saying Dos, huh? You're
there's
saying
no
Dos
wrong
is the.
No, because we haven't got to the part when I meet the Adelaide yet.
I mean, don't feel bad, man. I was telling Dos, I said, "Hey, man, do you think we could do a show called Asian and Soul Food or something, man? That's how much I like the guy." I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. To Dos
I was like,
Muchos.
That's crazy. That's crazy for you to say that.
I'm just kidding.
That happens, and I get sent to El Salvador.
Oh, you went back to El
I get sent to
Salvador.
El Salvador. I go visit. The first time I had ever went back to El Salvador, and I started appreciating everything that I have here to what people don't have,
Yeah.
and I started respecting myself a little bit more, my skin.
And how old are you at this point?
I don't let other people from my same skin look down on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, how old are you at this point?
At this point, I'm already like 12 or 13.
12 or 13. Okay, cool.
My sister and my dad and my mom come back. My baby sister's born, and everything happened with Rodney King with the whole riots and stuff. They couldn't fly into LA, so they took him to what is it, New Mexico, and they had to bring him in a bus. I'm in El Salvador looking at this, and I'm crying, I'm bawling. I'm like, dude, this is down the street from me. What's going on with the whole riots? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was
with the whole Rodney King riots. That got to me. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, Rick.
Okay, this is way too close to home.
Rick, Adley was one of those chinitos on top of the roof with a rifle, but I was the one handing him the ammunition. We would just talk back and forth in chinitos. So that
Funky Town Records, man. Del Amo. Yeah.
Oh wow, check that one out. Damn.
Dude, that was
so
okay.
Yeah,
oh man, so you were around for that too, man. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, that was
dude. When I come back,
92.
When I come back, already the NWA beef has started with Eazy-E and Dr. Dre and all that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. To where I want to see if you guys are. I mean, I'm sure you guys know about this, but back then there used to be a swap meet called the Roadium in Gardena.
Yeah.
Where you used to bump into all these mix masters back in the days, you know, Tony G, everybody and their moms was there, and they would sell you tapes. And what we would do is we would take those mixed tapes and redub them to sell them. You know, yes. Yeah.
What are you gonna do, Adley? You can't afford that amount of music.
Mad.
You've got like an hour of mixed music of all these different tracks, all brand new. So, all right, hold on, Rick the Rebel. We gotta take a quick breather, man. You've been talking so much. Adley, do you have any questions for Rick?
But you're up to date, right? You're up to date. We're still in junior high. We're walking into high school.
I know. Okay. Hold on. Wait, Rick. Adley, do you have any questions for Rick?
Let me recap if that's okay. So from El Salvador to Cali, LA area at 4, bounce around a few different schools, around for the filming of Colors, and then around you hanging out at Tommy's on Rampart, which Tommy's on Rampart, that's the original one. And even Tommy's in Fountain Valley, Orange County. That's where we hung out at after the party.
Yes, I was gonna mention Fountain Valley. Yep.
It was a SoCal thing for sure. And then, dude, you're in back to El Salvador. You see everything, how you're like, man, El Salvador, way different than you remember it at 4 years old when you left. But
because
El Salvador is one of the like there's a lot of war and stuff, and a lot of corruption in the government.
Yep.
Yeah, so all that stuff, and then you come back, and then it's like the earthquakes of 92. I remember those vividly. The riots, the riots were insane in 92.
Yes,
and then you're around for the NWA beef to start, and you're the one who created the 187 walkout. of the schools.
It wasn't me. It was brought to my attention. It was brought to my attention, and they were like, "Are you willing to do it?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" You know.
There's so much to uncover about Rick the Rebel. You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
you're leaving out some of the one of the most important parts, though, Adley. He hates white people. You forgot that part.
I never said that, dog. I never said that.
You didn't say that? I thought that was. I thought that's.
I'm so colorblind. I'm so colorblind. You know,
folks. I don't know why this keeps coming up, but Adley wanted me to bring it up 2 or 3 times. I'm thinking so. Well, Rick, where are we at now? We're in middle school, correct?
We're walking into high school.
Okay.
I'm connected. I know everybody. I know this. I know that. And at the same time, I'm listening to the Baker Boys. I'm listening to, you know, the OG DJs get down and do what they do. But at the same time, when I'm going to house parties or weddings and whatnot, I see a different vibe. You just don't have to play what's on the radio. You could play different music. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
So be a multicultural kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where they were still clowning me. How the hell is he dancing not understanding English?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
You still didn't speak English in high school yet, Rick?
I did, but I was hella shy the fact to carry on a long-ass conversation.
Do you think maybe it's because you were getting all the good-looking chicks? They're getting jealous. That's why they're saying all these mean things.
On that note, it was more like I would go to the ditching parties and all this, and I started getting involved in stuff I wasn't supposed to even get involved in. You know what I mean?
Pornography.
Wait, like what? Wait, like what?
I was getting into some shit like, okay, these people don't get along with these people, but that's where the money's at. What do you do?
I'm still confused.
Dude, you gotta explain. Yeah.
Okay. Check it out.
Sadly, I thought you were confused.
I got you.
All right, Mike got lost. You asked me when did I come into high school, right?
Yeah.
I was lost. I didn't have no friends. It was like my skin is my sin. I couldn't say I was Salvadoran. In LA, you can't say you're Salvadoran, or in big major cities, you can't say Salvadoran because your skin is your sin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They look at you differently. They look at you like, what the?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, dude. So you're going to these ditch parties and stuff, because I feel like, man, ditch parties were a big deal back in the 80s and 90s. I mean, you would just take the day off. But for us, Orange County, it was like, all right, we're going to ditch, go to someone's house, or we just be like, let's go to the beach. You know what
Bingo.
I mean?
Yes, and that's exactly what I started doing. That's exactly what I was talking about. You go where the money's at, and you bring your cauliflower, you bring your oregano, you bring your supplies, and that's where the money's at. Well, then that's where you go. You know, that's what I was trying to say. I wasn't trying to emphasize on it, but yeah, you go where the money's at.
I'm getting lost again with the salsa. Like, I was going to Venice Beach and kicking it. That's what I was doing, hanging out.
Okay.
Watching the girls and riding my skateboard.
Trying to spit.
Yeah, probably. What were you doing, Adley? I don't think you had any oregano.
Did you?
Yeah, you're probably in Huntington, though. You could walk to your beach.
We're pretty close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Rick, what are you talking about? Now that Adley and I have confessed what we did.
That's exactly what I was talking about. I wouldn't hang out in my own neighborhood. In my own, like, South Central, I would go out of my way. I would go to Santa Monica. I would go back to my roots, to like the Hollywood, or go to Catella, go to Linwood, start venturing other venues. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other cultures. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
to
how you
where
do it.
Exactly.
Tokyo, baby.
There you go.
Korea,
I won't say who I hung out with over there by Tommy's, but exactly what you just said. That's where the people that accepted me. Because I knew them since they were young. So I was dominating pretty much all of LA, and it was like, I got to make something about this. You know, I was doing bad in school. I never graduated. I became a roadie. For the high school band, like going to other high schools and going at it with them and yada, yada, yada.
Was Dr. Dre in the band?
No, but I could tell you a couple of people that did go to my school.
Who went to your school? I know there's.
You remember Yo-Yo?
Yeah.
You can't play with
Yo-Yo
my
went,
yo.
Yo-Yo went to Lock High.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know? You guys know Red, right? Red is the Red. His younger brother's the game. The game's older brother, Red.
Okay, I didn't know Red, but
Huh.
I know the game.
Yeah. Well, put it like this: I know the game's mom off of when I moved right there in 108. The gang that they would hang out with, they knew me since I was younger. There,
Wow.
I'll leave it at that. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool, Rick.
That is
So-
crazy.
So would you spend time like hanging out and just would you just take the RTD or was the train out yet? The metro out yet? Or how did you get around?
The metro was out. The metro was out. Remember the movie Speed
Yeah.
with Adderley's extra and not extra
Yeah.
his lookalike
His doppelganger? Yeah.
The top.
Keanu Reeves. That's his lookalike.
Yeah, his doppelganger.
I was there when
Yeah,
they filmed it, and the 105 freeway wasn't all the way done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember when they built the 105. I do remember that too. Damn,
Yes.
okay, that's
So the
crazy.
105 connected me all the way to the 91, to the 70, going to LA, like that. Yeah.
All on the metro.
Oh, no. Just somebody had a car and we're mobbing,
okay.
and this
I
fool
got
knows
you.
everybody.
I got you.
Everybody was
Yeah.
like, let's go with Ricky B. They would call me Goofy. My nickname was Goofy just because I was goofy. That's the way how I was.
I got
But
you.
they would roll with me, but it was different people from multicultural. Nobody was gangbanging or nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you guys go to like warehouse parties and see like DJs coming up and everything?
On that note, a lot of I've and I'm not gonna correct nobody and tell them they were wrong or whatnot. But everybody knows where Fairfax High is, right? On Melrose and
Oh, yeah.
Fairfax.
Yeah.
Across the street, we got Pink's. Remember Pink's?
Yeah, the hot dog
Oh,
place.
hot dogs, yeah.
Okay. In front of it, there was a record store. A lot of people always say the wrong thing. I'm not gonna correct it, but I'm gonna say how I call it. It's called DMC Records.
Oh yeah, DMC
Across-
Records.
across from
yes.
Pink. Yeah.
Yes.
Across the street from Fairfax High.
Okay.
That's
okay,
where I
yeah.
met Alex. That's where I met G.
Alex G. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. It's
Because
been-
Alex back then used to do a lot of clubs out there, like Leonardo, Circus, Casablanca. Right there, there was a club called Casablanca, Camino Real. I mean, right here on Washington, in main downtown on Washington and something else. But they would go on their live, and I would see the flyers. I would go into DMC Records and get flyers and pass them out, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But I would go to them, and people would recognize me, like, "Hey, wait a minute, that's that one dude." You know,
That's
hey,
not
oh
cool.
shit, what?
Nocturnal says I need some flyers passed out for the next show.
Rick, do you know
That guy's always got something coming up. Look, one thing I noticed here in town, why do they wait a week or two? If it could be,
Yeah, they gotta set it off.
emphasized, we could take longer. Yeah,
You know
I
what,
guess
Rick?
social media has taken the delight of being a promoter.
Me and Adley, when we
Yeah.
were DJs at we were club DJs, I used to stand outside the club with our flyer, and I would tape our flyer to a little Rice Krispie treat. You know them little single serving Rice Krispie treats that you get a big box of them. I
Oh
would tape the
wow,
whole-
check that
Yeah.
one out.
and then hand them out to everybody who was leaving the bar. Like, hey man, we're gonna be at this club on Friday. We're gonna be at this club on Friday. But I think people just wanted the Rice Krispie treat because our flyers sucked, man.
They're
That
so
was not
bad.
my
dude.
No
department.
shit, right? Well, there
That
was
was
always
not-
something to get people's attention on the flyer. Yeah.
Yeah, Adley drew a comic. He
Ours were
and-
like Sharpie with a Sharpie and a piece of paper.
Oh wow, check that out.
Yeah.
yeah, they were not good flyers.
They
And
were
then we
not
got with
good,
this
yeah.
other promoter, and he was like, "Yeah, man, go hit up all the sorority houses, and we'll give you guys wristbands." And I was like, "Man, I don't like these people. I don't really want to."
Now, is this in Arizona or is this in
Yeah,
here in
Arizona.
LA?
That was in Arizona.
Wow.
Now, me and Adelaide never did anything when we were in California. Like, we didn't grow up together. We met each other when we were in college, but we were old in college
Got you.
already. So,
Okay. So,
but anyways,
um,
yeah. So, tell us about this now. Go ahead.
the first big club I ever promoted was in downtown Los Angeles, which is real famous. It's where they filmed the movie Rocky 3. where he comes out in the Alexandra Hotel. It's famous for a bunch of stuff.
Huh.
Remember the Alexandra Hotel right there on 5th and Spring? It's on the corner. They
That
filmed so many.
I don't remember, but yeah.
Okay,
I think there's a
well,
pot
the name of the
dispensary
club
there.
was called Dreams.
Oh,
It was called Dream. Yes, and it was promoted by Power 106, and they brought me in to promote the crap out of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
And I remember
for the
it,
first,
that it was the first showing for Robin S. We had Robin S. open up.
Oh, nice.
Show me love, yeah.
Damn, that was a great song. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang, and this is late 80s even.
No, this is already 93, 94.
Okay, we're getting to the 90s. Okay. Robin
So
S. at the club. Dude,
How do you end up in Bakersfield, Rick?
Long story short, or what?
Go
we
ahead.
got time. Yeah, we got time.
It's destiny, bro. It was
Oh.
destiny, because we used to come out here and cruise Chester back in the days. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Nobody hardly talks about it, but they used to cruise Chester Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We would come from LA, go to like Hart Park or to the lake or whatever, and at night go cruising over here.
Yeah. Mike, Chester is like the downtown strip. It was kind
And
of
they
like
had clubs and everything back then, but we would never stay. We would always go back to LA. We would always go back to LA. So on a hot summer, I come down here just to come visit my mom and my dad, you know, because the company that we work with over there in Los Angeles moved out here.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
but I'm
company
getting
was
ahead
that?
of myself. Let's go into 10th and 11th grade. My skin is my sin. I'm hanging out with the wrong people, and I get my butt whooped by like 12 guys. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I get jumped by like 12 guys, and they're expecting me not to come back to school the next day. That's when I found out who really Ricky the Rebel is and why I am the way I am. I come back to school, and people coming out of the woodworks, neighborhoods, and people that I didn't even know that were going to become lifetime friends are watching my back. They're like, if these fools are supposed to be your friends, imagine when you have enemies. So every so often we would go at it. But I'm talking about different neighborhoods from everywhere else. And they're like, hey, fool, how come you don't do this? Hey, how come you don't do that? Just throwing shit in my head, you know? Because I like cumbia, merengue, salsa, reggaeton. But back then it was like everything was tapes and CDs. You guys know that.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
You know? And I never got a chance to graduate from Lock High because I started working as I don't want to say as an extra in Paramount Pictures, but I was like a roadie. My friend's cousin worked there as an extra, like in movies, CBS, NBC, and we would always go over there and help out and whatever, you know, be in the mix. And
Hold on, did you know this, Adley, that Rick the Rebel was a movie star?
I did not know this. This is crazy.
Movie star.
Yeah,
this is crazy. What TV shows were you on?
Not TV shows, but like an extra, like in movies.
Oh,
I came out in They Live. Remember They Live?
Oh yeah, as a blockbuster.
Okay, but as an extra, just standing there, and people would hate doing that shit because you're in production for like hours, but then at the same time you're getting catered, you're getting all this and all that, you know?
Yeah.
But that wasn't my strong point. My strong point. Huh?
You could get discovered though as an extra. You never know.
Nah.
Rick was there. You were there for the free food.
Yeah, pretty much. I was there for the free food and the free clubs, the free 21 and over clubs, because I was only 16, 17. I never graduated or nothing. So that's where I was like, you know what? I know how to do this. Get into this. So I started passing out flyers. Back then, flyers like this would have something like on the side. You know what I mean? Like you bring this flyer 2 for 5, 2 for 10. But for each box was 1,000 flyers. And I'm going to throw some names out there. I'm talking about The Arena, Circus, El Parral, Fidel's. Yeah, big names to where the second or third week I get called into the office, into the arena, and they're like, we need to talk to you. And I'm like, what's up? Why is it that we're paying you more than all the other promoters and all the other people? And I'm like, well, you told me to promote in Los Angeles, but to me, Los Angeles is not just the Los Angeles district. I would go out of my way. You know what I mean? I would go to San Fernando, Riverside, other places. So like I was bringing in
West Covina.
800 flyers back.
Did you come down to the Dub C, bro? Did you come to West Covina?
Yeah, I would go all the way. I would go all the way to how do you call it? Oceanside.
Oceanside. Oh my goodness.
That's way down
we
there.
would
That's
go
almost
on the
San
flight and
Diego.
go all the way to the Oceanside. Yeah. And
Dang.
our big points were high schools and like gallerias. You know what I mean?
Malls and stuff.
That's where you find
Malls,
the girls,
yeah,
too.
like the Glendale Gallery, all the gallerias around town, the Spectrum, all that.
How much would you get paid for passing out flyers?
Back then, a box of 1,000 was $250.
Okay. How did they
So
know you were actually
every
doing
time
it
the
though?
flyer would come in, I would get an additional $2-3 like that because everybody had a sticker on it, and they were looking at that.
Oh, okay. So they saw because it'd be like $5 off or 2 for 1, whatever, to get in the club.
Bingo! There you go. Now you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So how much extra would you make on a good night?
After they questioned me that, and I told them what it was, that my platform or what it was, what I doing, they turned me into the street team leader. I was supposed to show these other people how to do it, and these people were lazy. You know, you have to want to do something. If not, well, then why are you doing it? You know.
Yeah, the reason I bring that up too, Rick, is because DJ Nocturnal, if you're watching still, you got to pay the man to pass out flyers for your event, man. It's not free. You know what I'm saying?
Right. He's the number one passer. He knows where all the high school girls hang out.
Dude, the crazy part is though,
right.
Rick, you know though, I remember we do clubs with like J-Rock and the Beat Junkies. We do these different spots and everything, and we make our better flyers than we made for Too Strong Entertainment. But you know, they'd be the real ones, the glossy, multicolored stuff.
Yeah,
they'd be nice
ones.
Oh
yeah.
But you'd give people flyers. They'd be like, dude, I'll help you promote. And you're like, all right, cool. So you give them a stack, and you just know they either sat in the back seat of their car. Those flyers never left anywhere.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me, man? You know how mad that would make me?
Oh, I would have been, yeah, because there was time. I feel like there was times when I was like, one of my homies came up after I gave him a stack, and I'd look in the back seat and I'd be like, dude, you haven't passed out
dude, what the hell?
Yeah. So the way they would do that is either put your initials or something, some kind of mark on each flyer, and then have a discount. So you'd be like, all right, this fool brought in, we got 200 flyers with this guy's initials or whatever, and that's how they'd pay you and stuff too. Because, dude, yeah. I mean, Mike, you hustled. I felt like when we had flyers and they're awful, we'd still like pass them out. It'd be like embarrassing. But Rick, dude, took it like I've seen him do it too.
Seriously,
like, yeah,
it's a job. Yeah,
real. This is real. You're leaving here with.
Put it like this: I would go down Sunset or Santa Monica, and if I would see one of my flyers, I would put a flyer on a car or hand it to somebody, and they would throw it back on the floor. I would go pick it up because I know that that's money. You know what I mean? To this day, I think like that.
Nice.
To this day, I think like that.
At the end of the day, Rick would go back to all the trash cans that were near the cars. He put the flyers on.
Money.
And he just take the stack back out and put them on the next car. It's like
now,
actually, what I would do is I would the streets I was on, I'd be like, don't come back on that street. Do another route. Yeah,
I got you. Yeah. Now, wait, hold on. Wait, I want to understand this. What was the deal with the high school girls, man? This is a club. How are they getting in?
See, on that, I couldn't get them in. But what I could do was get them passes, and they could come in with somebody that looked over 21 and whatnot. Because these were 21 and over, because these weren't 18 and over. Some of them were. Some of them
So why
weren't.
were you going to the high schools and the gallerias? You have to go to the.
These are for the 18 and over and the raves.
Oh, the raves. Oh, raves were just straight up a party, an illegal party. So anybody
with lots
could
of
go.
LSD and
balloons.
What was that one everybody's doing?
The nitrous oxide,
helium, acid.
Ecstasy.
Yeah, and ecstasy.
Computer cleaner.
Yeah, computer cleaner and
dust off
and the balloons.
The balloon. I remember the balloons. Wait, so the raves too? So you're doing raves like it's the hip hop. It's not hip hop. It's more the techno, house stuff too, right?
Yes, and that's what got me more interested. To where my uncle, let's just say, I got in trouble with the law, and I was in a fire camp in Tahunga.
You were in
You guys know
a
what
what?
Tahunga is?
You were in
Tahunga,
a
do you
fire.
know?
You said you were in a fire camp
Yes.
with like Job Corps.
Yep.
Oh, I know this scam.
Are you in trouble? You get in trouble, then you go there?
Yeah. So what happens is they pop you, and then you can either go to juvie or jail, or you can go to Job Corps. But when they send you to
Yes,
Job
it's like a
Corps,
boot
you got to
camp.
be But when they send, I was just talking about this today, Rick, with my manager, my other shop. When they send you to Job Corps, they sent you up north in California to fight the fires, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So it's dangerous.
Yeah.
You're risking
It's
your
dangerous
life.
as crap. Yeah. And they don't pay very well. But go ahead, Rick.
There's a video on here on YouTube. You guys can look it up. You would have to run up this trail called Kill 'em Quick. I'll show it to you guys when I get a chance. And the first two times I did it on one, the first one was on 32, the other one was 31. And the last try, if you don't do it on your third last try, they send you to the halls, like you say, juvie. And the closest one was Selma, like that. But I didn't want to go there. I wanted to stay here. I was getting already comfortable, so I did it in 22.
28 minutes.
22 minutes. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah. Could you do it now?
And,
could you do it now?
Dude, I can't even last 5 minutes on the dance floor. You know?
Wait, dude. So
what happened? Like what happened? But you gotta take care of yourself. You know, I'm trying to be healthy, but hey, whatever.
I'm just
you know?
messing with you. Hey, what?
No, I know.
G Buggy
But I come out of there. I was supposed to do 4 months. 4 months is the Mike. Chip on this one. I was supposed to do 4 months, and during in the halls, like I said, you can look up this song from Ice Cube. It's called "My Skin Is My Sin."
Yeah.
I took that shit personally because I'm Salvadoran, and when people ask, "Where you from?" I would stories to tell. That's why people like that shit.
Yeah,
like that stuff.
I was supposed to do 4 months, and I added up like 8 months. I added up 8 months.
8 months in Job Corps?
Yeah.
Oh,
like a blessing in disguise, because you don't even know that you're getting paid. You know, when you get out.
They hold your check, Adley. You still don't get paid very much, because you get, so it's like 3 hots in a cot, and some guys actually sign up for Job Corps. I don't know who those people are, but that's like you're real poor, like you're mad poor. You like if you're mad poor and you're about to have a kid, that's the only time you're gonna sign up for Job Corps, and you're like 17, so you don't know nothing. You know what I mean? Either that, or it's your way to not get locked up, and mostly to brown people.
People would escape from there. People would escape from there, and and let's just say law enforcement knew where they would go back to their neighborhoods. To me, it was no, I wouldn't go back to my neighborhood. You know, yeah.
They would just go back home. They
get in trouble, get caught up again.
Well, no, it's just like, we know where you are, dummy. You're supposed to serve. You're supposed to serve this out. You got to serve out this 6 months, man. We cut a deal.
Yeah.
So now you got to fight fires for 6 months, and that's how it goes.
Respect, Rick.
What was that?
Respect, man, for completing the program.
Thank you for your service. Is what Adley's saying.
No, bro. Hey, you know what? I'm glad I did that, because that made me more humble than I already was. It's like, I don't know why people take pride in saying that they were locked up. It's like, what is there to be proud about?
Yeah, you're right, man. A lot of people don't realize that and stuff too. Was there any correlation between passing out flyers, promoting clubs, and getting caught up?
Yeah, there was. It was more like, okay, dude, stop doing what you're doing and get right. You're a good person. My sister was born. A lot of people don't know I have a sister. I started doing not just good for me, but for my sister. You know, like, I don't want her growing up that part. You know? Yeah.
Protect her. Yeah, big brother stuff. How far apart are you guys in age?
13 years apart.
Okay, so you're okay. So you're wilding.
Were you like chopping the trees down in the fire as a firefighter?
Bro,
or were you like holding the hose?
I'm gonna tell you what I was doing, and you're gonna laugh your ass off. To where, let's just say I had to deal with a lot of Karens.
Customer service?
Karen, with a lot of Karen people. Their fires,
really?
Their houses or their buildings or their farms could be burning down, and you would have to go escort them out.
Oh,
and people didn't want to leave, huh?
You know what I mean? Yes,
dang,
we're talking about like in San Fernando and Riverside. I once saw like a bunch of horses on the 91,
oh my
and we would
God.
have to like go get them because of
Oh
the
my
fires
God.
and everything.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, dude. And you're a teenager.
Dude, I don't know the difference between a wrist lock and a wrist watch. I'm like, what the hell am I even doing here? You know?
Yeah. Oh, dude, this
You're
is-
not going to
that's
juvenile
crazy.
hall is what you're doing.
Yeah. And then you had the option of work in kitchen patrol to where I learned a lot of let me see if I get this word right. Delay autocorrection. Culinary, like a food.
Culinary.
Oh, culinary, yeah.
I was supposed to graduate. I was supposed to graduate from that, but I didn't. I
was gonna
stuck
say
more into the fire.
colonoscopy. That's a little later. Yeah. Okay. Hey, we're all getting there. Hey,
Tastes a little different though.
True. So Rick the Rebel. So after all this stuff happens, do you go back to your old neighborhood where you got caught up, or is this where your parents come in and say, "Nah, you're out of here"?
But no, it's more like, hey, fool, you got 3 choices. You already been locked up. What, you want to try the other 2? You already know what the other 2 options are. I don't have to say them.
Yeah.
This or that is like, no, I like my life. I want to live my life.
Yeah.
And
So
my
did you-
uncle,
I was gonna say, is that when you moved to Bakersfield? Go ahead, but your uncle.
No, I haven't moved to Bakersfield. We're talking about 95, 96.
I got you.
We're talking about 94, 95. Because I started DJing over there with my uncle.
Oh, okay.
I with the money that I won out of there, I got me the American DJ, the big gun with the coffin.
Yeah. Oh, the whole set, huh?
The American DJ lights and everything.
All right.
And okay, you think you're badass? Go start playing. And we start playing. And one of the things that I appreciate Adelaide too was I was hella shy on the microphone. I was shy on the microphone.
Oh wow.
To where the breaking barrier was you could speak Spanish and English and just speak rubbish.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But yeah, I started DJing and by then it's like you have to don't play what you want. If you're gonna play what you want, stay home. To where my uncle was like, dude, they're the ones paying for this music. You gotta play this, you gotta play that, you gotta play this, you gotta play that. I was very versatile, but when it came down to like the 80s and a little bit of house music, a little bit of freestyle, I would literally get down and just hog the shit out of hog the turntables. You know what I mean?
Rick, do you know this song? There's some hoes in this stuff.
Do you know the story of that song?
There's some hoes in this stuff.
Do you know the story of that song?
No, but Adley always sings that song. With
It's something about a house and a bunch of.
I believe there's some hoes in there.
Can we play it in the background?
What's the background? Yeah.
Can we play it in the background?
No, because it'll mess up our mics.
Okay, so to my understanding, that song came out of the DJ that came up with it, Baltimore. No, not Baltimore. Where was he from? Oh my God,
Chicago, maybe. That's not a house out of there. Maybe?
No. That's Frankie Knuckles, but it comes from there. The chorus, the girl that sings, "Oh nay nay no nay nay, oh nay." It's a Brazilian song. It's a Portuguese song, so they just threw that in there to where there's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes. It was because a guy went to a rave and all he saw was holes around him, and they came out with that.
That's all right. So we get out of juvenile hall.
Wait, Mike.
We get out of Job Corps. So we get out of Job Corps. You're DJing with your uncle, and then how do you end up in Bakersfield?
One summer night, I come down here just to come visit my family because my mom and my sister and everybody lived already here in the house. I was staying over there with my grandma and my uncle. I come visit, and I married my baby's mom.
Hold on, real quick. Wait, real quick. EVP, what was the name of the show? Blue something show. Blue Zone show?
Blue something zone show.
The Blue Zone.
Blue Zone show.
What's the name of your show?
Yes.
EVP.
Yeah, I think it was called the Blue Zone show.
Okay, so
I
I
think you
move
guys
out
were just
here,
called
right?
the
Like you
Blue
say, I
Show.
move out here, I come visit them. Of course they don't know it, but when you come, Mike, I'm gonna take you to all the original kickback spots here to where, remember La
Word.
Movida?
That's
Yeah.
yeah. I wanted to bring that one up
But
for
the,
sure.
the original one on Truxton.
No.
That was
There's an
after
original
I got here.
Blue Zone show.
Blue Zone show. Yeah. But yeah, La Movida, it was out on Truxton by the train tracks out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
You took
I
me
happen
there,
to know
Adlai,
the
right?
owner.
That's the one with
I
the,
happen to know
with the shrimp.
Little Jimmy. The owner was
No?
Little Jimmy. Remember
Okay.
Jimmy? Have you met
No,
Jimmy?
I know the one. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, Jimmy. La Movida. Yeah. I remember Jimmy.
Yes. Okay. Jimmy used to own Mannequins in LA.
Mannequins.
Mannequins.
Okay.
Mannequins was a big establishment for both cultural, whether you were straight or ran with that other side, but Mannequins was the shit. And I go and I talk to Jimmy. When I see him, he just looks at me like, "What are you doing here?"
Jimmy's a cool dude. Yeah. He runs La Movida.
Hella cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And Mike, I think this is where what you want to start knowing. I start linking up with party people that are from LA, people that want to go out and have a good time. Yes?
With Mighty
Gotcha.
Clones over at the Mannequins. Correct?
Back in the days, yeah, when he had it over there. When he had it over there, yeah. He was competition with Circus Circus. That's how good it was.
Wow.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, because La Movida I got here in 2005, and I felt like it had just opened, or maybe not. It hadn't been open for more than a year when I got here, because La Movida on Truxton was the spot, and then La Movida off of Union was the spot, and it was by far the biggest club in Bakersfield, by far.
Yes.
1,500 capacity.
Yes.
It was like, whoa. This place
Right
is
now,
Yes.
dude, in my head, I'm listening to that song. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house.
You know who they used to bring over here? They used to bring all the DJs from LA out here to La Movida, like Richard Hump Division, Melo Menes, all the good artists, Lighter Shade of Brown, all that.
Wow.
You know? Yeah.
Richard
So I
Hump
would like to
Division
give a
was
shout
very
out to my
interesting
Uncle
character.
Panama.
Uncle
Yeah,
Panama.
yeah.
Wait, let's talk about Uncle Panama. Tell us about Uncle Panama.
My Uncle Panama, oh my God, if it wasn't for him, bro, who knows where the hell I would be.
Yeah.
Because after I started promoting for Jimmy at the Movida, we started doing little raves, like little house parties all over Kern County. And I'm looking at this like, whoa, hold up. How am I even getting accepted because of this? Because we have the girls, we have the music, and we have the party favors and this. I started doing it in Lamont, Arvin, Tulare.
And by party
You name
favorites,
it,
you
Kern
mean
County,
cocaine.
it's covered. Yeah. Mino fucking game changer. We would hang out at Jimmy's Arcade on California, which I could elaborate on that. You know, that's where all the party crews pretty much came upon and blossomed. Am I
Was
making
that
sense?
that Nickel Arcade that you took me to, Adley?
Maybe was it? Yeah, it was like
Probably.
it probably turned into that after. I feel like that's where it was at. Yeah.
The Nickel Arcade?
Yeah. I don't. That's not open anymore, but even that was
That arcade was
10 years
banging.
ago, right?
That was
Okay.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on this whole transmission, what I'm telling you is that Mike, I'm already here and I'm figuring out who's who and who's not and yada yada, making connections, networking, and I met DJ Damage.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
cool.
Everything that DJ Damage told you guys about
That'll ruin
how
your
he
life.
did and everything, it's all true. It's all true. It's all true.
Damage is a
But what he
wild
forgot
one.
to say was that he used to do a shitload of parties, like a lot of ditching parties.
You want liver damage? Hang out with Damage. That's his full name is Liver Damage, like DJ Liver Damage. He cuts his first name off. You just that's his last name, you know.
And that was the funny thing about it. By then I was already dressing all rebeled out with my Dickies, my Harleys, all like that. And I go to South High, and I don't see not one rebel. And I'm like, and this is
Okay,
South
I'm
High
not
rebel.
familiar with what rebels mean, but when
That's
you
the
say
Rebel means
mascot,
like
right?
somebody that dresses like Like
Like a
like
cholo?
rockabilly, like
James
50s to 60s, like a
Oh,
greaser,
okay. I got you. Now I'm all
all
right.
fighter status, you know?
No, I
Uh-huh.
feel you, but you said you had Dickies on. That can mean one of two things. You know what I mean? So like now I understand, Rick. I'm good.
We didn't know no better back then how to dress nice. A nice polo shirt, a nice
No, I feel
Levi
you, but
shirt
I feel you, but what
with your
I'm saying,
Dickie pants.
but when the kids that were wearing Dickies when I was coming up were wearing them with those whack Nikes, you know what I'm saying? Those black
Yeah,
Nikes
you're
with
talking
the
about the
swoosh.
little
Cortezes?
yeah,
Exactly.
the little
And then
fat,
they'd have the Tres Flores in their hair and a long white t-shirt. So like Dickies can be worn by two different cultures. You feel where I'm going here?
Yes,
Either cholos or rockabillys. But now I
yes,
understand what a rebel is. Okay, go ahead.
yes. To where I want to give a couple of shout outs. Adelaide, do you want to do this real quick? We got these
Yeah, and I
4
wanna
passes.
I want to do this. I haven't mentioned something too. Ivan Sandwich said, no, Nicole's Arcade is not Jimmy's Arcade. Jimmy's Arcade is next to In Shape. Now, no longer
Yes,
Jimmy.
where the Circuit City used to be.
Nicole's Arcade is on Ming. Okay.
What's In
okay.
Shape? Is In Shape a gym?
It's a gym. Yeah.
Is it a
yeah.
gym for heavy set older women like curves?
No, it's a regular gym.
Are you lying?
It's a yeah, but as gyms go, it's got like racquetball and indoor pools. It's the
Oh,
fancy.
wow.
It's the
Oh, I like
fancier.
that.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like $19 a month though.
No.
Adelaide, let's plug what I told you. Frank's Cocktails.
Frank's
Look at
Cocktails.
this.
Let's talk about this.
Right here. Frank's Cocktails.
Delicious.
Yes.
Frank's Cocktails. They got the micheladas, right?
This is numero uno. Remember the what's his name? He's a security guard, Frank. Numero uno. I believe you know him.
Oh, okay.
Numero
Yeah.
uno. Frank, the security guard, he's got cocktails, and I bet they're delicious.
Wait.
What kind of
He does
cocktails
them
are
on
we talking
Fridays.
about?
Can we plug his number?
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah,
How
the
do
address.
we do this?
Where's he at?
Area code 661-859-3275.
We just gave this man's phone number out on the internet. So if you
Yeah,
want
he told me to. He told me to.
illegal
Yeah, he told me
alcohol.
to. He told me it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool, dude.
It's cool.
Now you can't be in high school to drink these cocktails, folks. This isn't like the old days when I don't know what they were doing about ID and when Rick the Rebel was handing out them flyers, but you have to be over 21, correct, Rick, to drink these cocktails?
No, this is food. This is shrimp cocktails.
Oh, well then, yeah, everybody enjoy it.
Oh.
All the young
Yeah.
people.
Hold that sticker
This-
up again. Hold the sticker up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna jeopardize you guys. Come on, you guys.
Well,
We're
we're
cool.
we don't know. Yeah,
Our
we haven't-
show.
yeah. Explain to us about these cocktails now. So he makes shrimp
Okay, so
cocktails,
he started selling like cups of cocktails with
like
shrimp in them.
like ceviche type cocktails. Is that what we're talking
No,
about?
shrimp.
No, I know. Okay, sure. Like Mexican shrimp cocktails, Adley?
Bingo.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's why I said like
There you
ceviche,
go.
but then you were like, no, it's not on a tostada, but I'm trying to like explain it.
Rick makes any bad day turn into a good day.
Oh yeah, EVP. I heard you, bro. That's the
Yeah.
truth. All right, so who now he's making these shrimp cocktails. I love a good shrimp cocktail. Now,
Yeah.
for those of you who are not anywhere near Mexican people and you've never had an authentic Mexican shrimp cocktail, you're losing out on life. But enjoy one of those if you can ever get your hands on one. Micheladas are number 2, and then ceviche, I'll say number 3. 3 things you got to enjoy before you die. Those are the best things that Mexicans have ever made for any human
Perfected.
to ingest.
Yeah.
Yes, the best.
Hey, Adelaide, he's missing one.
Right now?
What is it, Rick? What am I missing?
Pupusas.
Pupusas, yeah, but pupusas are
That's
Mexican.
Salvadoran. Yeah,
that's El Salvadoran, yeah. But no, you're
Rick's
right,
claim to
Rick.
fame, yeah.
They are delicious.
Pupusas. Woo.
I'm with
Yeah.
Would you
but
prefer pupusas or tacos?
pupusas, but I would prefer ceviche above all of them.
That's
But
not
then
fair.
ceviche is
Gotcha.
kind of like
Yeah,
all South American, though. You know what I mean? But anyways, go ahead.
Right.
We're talking about these cocktails. Who's this fella making the cocktails? I love
His
a
name
good
is
cocktail.
Frank.
Frank.
His name is Frank. Yes.
And does he sell them out of his house or something? Or how are we doing this?
Yes.
he got a
Right,
restaurant?
at the moment he is. We're gonna work on getting him established and everything. But right now he is. We're working on his permit.
How much are one of these cocktails?
You got me there. He just told me to plug it, and
Rick,
I don't know
how
what the
we supposed
prices
to
are
plug
raising.
this? How are we supposed to plug this during a recession We can't be sending people to be buying $30 cocktails. You know, if it's
I doubt it. They're $30. Should we call them on three-way and ask them?
We can't call them on three-way. Rick, we're live in
Yeah,
front
we
of an
can.
audience.
There you go.
We got another device.
Look at Adley. Look at what Adley did on the bottom.
Eat at Frank's Cocktails.
That's right. What's the phone
There you
number?
go.
Oh yeah, I can add that.
Put the phone number on there, Adley. What's that phone number again, Rick?
It's area code 661 859 3275.
3275. 10% off if you mention the Chino brothers.
Yes, there you go. Now we're talking. You see? And
Shrimp
then also
cocktail,
this
the
one right
real
here,
stuff.
Cuscatleco. This is a new spot that opened up on 18th. It's on 1525 18th Street.
What is this place?
Salvadoran and Mexican food.
A new El Salvadorian place. Now,
Yes.
does your girlfriend
Text
work
that
there?
one to me.
No, it's just very close friends of mine that know Ricky the
okay.
Rebel real good.
Right on. What's the name of the place?
It's right here, Cuscatleco.
Cuscatec. What is it? Cuscateclo?
Cuscateclo right there.
Cuscateclo forever.
There you go. There you go.
Cuscateclo forever. Listen, folks.
Yes.
If you're in the better Bakersfield area and you're dying for some El Salvador food, there's only one place to go, and that's Cuscateclo forever.
Wow.
Nice.
There you go. There you go.
The balut.
It's at 1525 18th Street.
1525 18th Street, folks.
Yes.
Cuscateclo, the greatest El Salvadorian restaurant outside of El Salvador. In fact, I'll put their food against some of the best chefs in El Salvador. That's why they're staying in El Salvador. They're afraid to come down to Bakersfield and test this man on how delicious his food is.
Yes. Getting a lot of love too on the comments.
Oh my
too,
gosh.
so I'm throwing them up.
Let's get some shout outs. Let's get some shout outs. Who we got out there?
Oh man, he just lit them all up.
Noe G says he got sponsors. Yes.
That's right.
Nice.
Collect. And that's a real tongue twister, isn't it? That
Rick work for Yelp.
Yes, it is.
Rick wilding out.
You ready for the last one?
Wait,
hold on.
Baby George too. Baby George. What up, Rebel? Almost missed it.
We don't want to.
Oh, Baby George. He's one of my very good friends. If it wasn't for that guy, he opened a lot of doors for me. You and Adelaide. You know what I mean?
Rick.
You and Adelaide.
Rick.
Yeah.
You cannot shortchange Cuscateclo. We need to keep talking about them for a little while. Now,
okay, cool.
Is this dine-in service or is there a waitress? Is there a waitress or do I go to the counter?
No, there's a waitress and everything.
Okay.
It's where the old.
Now, hold on. Now, is this the type of place I would take a first date, or is this like a family restaurant?
First date and family.
Oh,
let's just say it's something like Wilshire meets the airport, Century City.
Okay,
it's very nice in there.
Very nice, very fancy.
Okay. Yeah.
So some, you don't want to wear sandals in this place. You want to at least have a clean shirt on. You want to make yourself look kind of nice to come to this place. And
bingo.
Now, what's the best item menu that you personally enjoy? So if our viewers go to eat there and they sit down, they say, "This is what Rick the Rebel says is the best thing that they can have." Is there anything there that you would say before you die you have to eat this one thing, Rick? Do you know what would it be?
I would have to say in order to be an authentic Salvadoran food, get some chicharrón and yuca.
That's right, chicharrón and yuca.
Nice.
Yes, you guys know what chicharrón and yuca is, right?
What's
not
yuca?
At all?
I know what yuca is.
We know what the first one is. We don't know what the second one is.
You know what chicharrón is?
Yeah,
chicharrón.
Yes, there you go. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
What's the yuca?
It's a fried plant. In Mexico they call it a camote, but that sounds kind of.
Is that camel
I think it's the yucca plant. The yucca plant, Adley.
Yeah, pretty much. And then you fry it and throw the chicharrones on top. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you guys, go with this. If you're going with like a bunch of friends, get the super botana. Because you get everything. You get it's like a super appetizer plate.
Potato.
You're gonna
like
get
potato.
you're
Okay.
gonna get empanadas, yuca, chicharrón,
Comte.
pupusas, camarenas, and carne o pollo with chicken or steak.
Oh wow!
Now,
Look at
is
that.
it
And
true?
it's
You
a
mentioned
big
Rick
old
the Rebel.
platter. Yeah.
You mentioned Rick the Rebel. You get 10% off.
I told them I was gonna be plugging them.
All right.
Okay,
Well, now
okay.
what's your next? Who's your next plug, Rick? What was the name of that place? One more time. I
My
like the way.
boy,
Hold on. One more time. What was the name of that place? Look, this guy's like a
Cusco?
NASCAR driver. One more time.
yes, Cusca,
Cusca.
No, the
Teleco.
name of the restaurant. Name of the restaurant.
Cusca Leco.
Yeah,
Oh,
there it
Cusco.
is. Yeah.
Cusca Leco, folks.
Cusco.
Remember,
Yeah.
if you're in Vegas, El Salvadorian food. Don't waste your money anywhere else, you fools. Adley, you got to spit some game on this. Come on, let me see what you got.
Capote is sweet potato, guys.
yes.
So yes, okay, and I'll take my son. We'll go get pupusas. When we hit up spots, we'll hit up Mercado Latino for pupusas specifically. There's
Hey,
another
we're not
spot
talking
over
about
on
no Mercado
but
Latino. Those are
we
these
gotta-
places. These places are junk. We're talking about the best El Salvadorian food, which is
the real deal.
that's right. Go ahead, Adley. Say the name.
Cuscaletcas.
Hey, that
close?
sounds nice, Custalecas.
Was that close? Was that close? Cuscaletcas.
You got it. You got it.
No, we're gonna hit that spot up too for real. Because next week he's off of school because of Thanksgiving, so we're hitting that spot up, and we're gonna be like, we want to sit where Rick the Rebel sits. We want his table.
Oh
That's
wow.
it.
We want, yeah.
There you
If
go.
they'll let us sit there. I don't know if they'll let us sit there, but we'll
You
try.
might- hey,
Yeah, they will. Come
did
on.
you make a reservation for Rick
You
the
got-
Rebel's table, or what?
You got
dude?
to, right? You have
Why
to call
why
ahead, right?
But don't you better come correct. That's what I'm saying. I've been trying to teach
Okay,
you that
all
type
right.
of stuff. Like George would say.
Delay has tried every food in the world. I know that.
Yeah, G Boogie says, yeah, we got to make a dish called the Rick the Rebel. We got
He
to.
hasn't,
you gotta talk
Rick.
to the owners.
He is not. You know what? I guarantee you, I will tell you right now something Adley's never eaten. Do you want to know what it is, Rick? Do you want to know what it is?
Hey,
I know
man,
one thing
look,
Adley has never
I know that I'm French Canadian, but don't go highway on me. Go.
No, not like that. I don't know what he does in
All
that
right, all
direction.
right.
That's none of my business. It's an Asian delicacy that shows honor to our ancestors if you eat it. And Adley will not do so. He shows nothing. Look at his face even when I'm talking about, because he knows what I'm talking about.
Watch me know what it is. Watch me know what it is. Go.
Go ahead, Rick. Guess. Take one guess.
Is it mofongo?
delicacy. No.
Mofongo?
Mofongo is it's a fermented Japanese the beans. What are those beans?
Oof.
You know what I'm talking
Come
about.
on,
I
Mike.
don't think I eat those.
Trust
I
me,
don't
it's
eat
not
those.
good. It's the Japanese. It's the what are those beans? It's the tofu beans. What is it?
I have no idea.
Come on, Adley. You know what I'm talking about.
Are
Everybody
you
eats it
guys
'cause they're-
serious? Come on.
they're
I don't even know what
protein
mofongo is.
anyways, no, but that's not it. That's a good guess though, Rick. You know what it is?
Okay.
You want me to tell you what
What
it
is
is, or you
it?
want to make one more guess?
Because I know that I had this delicacy when I was younger. Like I told you, growing up in the Hollywood district, I
It's
would
not
always go
hard
to Benihana, but it's not. Oh my God, it's not calamari, but it's another type of meat.
I eat calamari.
You don't like
Adley, you wanna
calamari?
tell 'em?
Oh, I know what it is
Adley,
now. I
you
know
wanna
what it is.
You want to tell them what you won't
Chicken
eat?
feet, man. Chicken feet is the
Oh
dude.
wow!
And that's in every Asians, Hispanics, there's people that eat the chicken
Yes,
feet.
that's a delicacy
just-
right there. That goes in the soups and everything.
I
With
can't
the
do
ones
it,
like
man.
this,
I can't do it.
with the three little
just
feet.
chilling. The whole bowl of them right there. Oh my gosh. I know.
Wow!
But G
So
Boogie said
disrespectful.
balut. Mike, you eating the balut?
It depends. I've never eaten balut, and I've heard about the smell of balut. However, I feel like edamame. That's what I was thinking
That's
of.
the
But,
one. That's
but
the
There you
one.
go,
it's
edamame. Yeah.
soybean. It's soybeans. The soy. So it's
Oh,
fermented.
hey, that's
soybean.
good for you. Those the soybeans are good
It
for
is.
your
It is.
intestines. Yeah.
It is. But anyways, back to what I'm saying.
Balut.
So I would. A lot of people talk about the smell of balut, but the thing is, there's a lot of times when things smell horrible and they just taste delicious. So I'd probably try
Yes.
it. You know what I mean? And you have to not
Yes.
like. I think you can't think I'm eating a baby chicken. I think you just got to pop it in your mouth and just start chomping. Maybe put some Tabasco on it. You know?
Put a little El Cholula.
I'm not a Cholula guy unless I'm eating Mexican food. Like it has to
Tapatio.
be Mexican food. I
Oh wow.
I am hot sauce specific now at this stage of my life. What was that one?
He said use the nails to pick your teeth after from the chicken feet.
Oh, that's what they're for.
So if you don't eat chicken feet, you wouldn't eat the turkey's neck.
No.
You wouldn't eat the turkey neck out?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. No.
You wouldn't make soup.
And I'm
okay.
not
It has
Adley's
to be
not
like in
ghetto,
a
Rick.
certain broth.
Adley's
doesn't
not
like-
ghetto. He's not ghetto. Like that's the thing.
I'll
Like
eat chicharron though all day.
Adley's cheap, but he's not ghetto. Like there's a huge difference between being cheap and ghetto. Like when you're ghetto, like you had to have done this type of stuff before you were 6 in order for it to be normal at 50, you know? There's certain things that have to be impressed at a very, very young age. And one of them is eating chicken feet, and the other one is eating turkey necks.
And
assuming.
Mike, don't forget Mike. We were chilling at the apartment back in the day, and he just went and we went to the liquor store, and they got that jar of pickled stuff.
Oh
And
yeah.
it was pickled pig's feet, and he got one, and you can see the knuckle and everything. Mike's eating it. I'm like, I can't do it. I couldn't do it.
He couldn't eat pickled pig's feet.
Couldn't do the pig's
Could
feet,
you do
man.
pickled eggs or no?
Yeah, I could do the pickled eggs.
What
I
about
could do
pickled
those.
sausages?
Yeah, it was just
I've
the pig's
done
feet. You
it.
could see the
I
nails
think that's
and
what I was
stuff.
on the
Like,
Central.
What about
Ugh.
the pig's feet, Rick, or no?
Pig feet, yeah. I love
Yeah,
pig feet.
I see. I'll mess up some pig's feet if they're pickled, though. They got to be pickled. But I'm getting past that age. Head cheese. I used to love head cheese. I'm getting past that age.
Ooh, I can't do it. Yeah. Soul Town. And Danny mentioned the no mames beans.
I don't know what that is. Hello,
No
Mr.
mames.
Danny Palacios.
He said no mames.
So obviously, there's people that don't eat beans, at all.
You know what? I realized
Bull balls.
a lot of. I don't know if I could do that, baby George. Like I have a feeling they probably taste good and they're probably like really filled with nutrients and make you strong or something. But I don't know if I could do those. What do you say, Rick? The Rocky Mountain oysters? You know the bull's huevos?
I haven't tried it, but I could just smell it.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could do that.
him. Ooh. Ugh.
You
But
know
Adley,
what?
you
You know
can't-
what's one dish that baby George, I'm gonna shoot him out because I have a bread for him. It's called chumpipe.
What is it?
It's a bread, a French roll bread. You open it, and inside you put the lettuce, you put mayonnaise, all the ingredients, and it's turkey, whether it's shredded turkey or just turkey like that. But with the broth on top, it's bomb. Look it up. It's called chumpipe.
That sounds like a torta.
Huh.
It's sort
sounds
of like
just
a
like a-
torta, but it's a Salvadoran plate. It's a Salvadoran plate. It's called chumpipe.
Okay.
George
Matter of
says
fact, I owe you
a turkey
one.
sandwich.
Hey, George, there you go. That's what he called it. But it's not a regular turkey sandwich. It's huge, bro. Yeah, it's huge. Yeah.
It's a torta.
What's the one thing that you'll eat? I thought you were going to bring up chicken liver, Ad. I was talking with somebody about that the other day because
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
I want to buy some chicken liver, and I can't remember who I was talking with, and
Shout
and
out
they were
to
like,
Panama.
"What up, Panama?"
Oh, is that Panama?
Yeah, that's my
Oh,
uncle
okay.
right there.
What's up, Panama? I didn't know that. Okay. What's up, homie?
Panama. But yeah, I was talking to somebody the other day. I was talking to him about eating chicken livers. I can't remember who I was talking. Maybe I was talking to Sachi, but I told him I was like, yeah, I bought chicken livers because I knew my roommates didn't like them, and I knew my roommate Thomas was too lazy to make them. But then they were like, "What did you eat with them?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Gizzards.
Do you remember what I ate with them? Did I
Livers
eat
and
green
gizzards.
onions? Was it like liver and then green onions? Was that what I ate?
I don't know, because when you started cooking up the liver and gizzards and stuff, I left. I was like, "Have you, dude?" And if you ever smelled somebody like cooking chitlins or anything like that, the intestine part, you know what I'm saying? You were talking about that, Mike. How it's like the smell can turn you off, even though it tastes good. It's like, yeah, he's cooking up the liver. I can smell it. Then I'm like, I'm a bounce, dude. It's like, woo-wee, it's rough. Yes.
I would cook that liver because I knew Thomas wouldn't eat it. Did Rick, you eat liver or no?
I try not to now no more, but back then it was like that was the only thing in the household,
'Cause it
so
was
you have to
cheap.
eat.
Yeah, it was cheap. Yeah, it's mad cheap.
I ate it when I was little, when my mom would cook it up and stuff with the liver and onions and everything. But as I got older, I was like, man, I can't do it.
When we were in college, Rick, or we were out of college, we were in a
Oof.
DJ crew, me and Adelaide, but we were poor, bro. And so I would buy the little container of chicken livers, and I bring it home because our roommate Thomas would eat everything we'd bring home. Yeah, baby George knows what's up.
Liver and
Yeah.
onions. That's
How
what I
about
remember.
duck? Have you guys ever had duck?
No, don't be stereotypical, bro. Because we're Asian, we
No,
gotta eat duck or
funny
what, bro?
because I
I'm
love
just kidding.
duck.
I'm teasing, man.
Oh,
I'm
see,
teasing.
there you go. There you go,
I know.
Mike. There you go.
I like
Hey,
messing with you, Rick. I like
quick.
messing with you.
real quick, homies tacos.
Oh yeah, dude, gotta
Oh,
have
that's
shout
right.
out Carlos.
We're supposed to give our third shout out. Sorry. All right, let's give. Now we got to give it down to homies tacos. All right,
Legit
Yes.
tacos.
homies tacos, legit tacos. We're talking about the real tacos, fool. Don't be going to Taco Bell. You're a sucker if you go to Taco Bell. You got to go to homies tacos because homies tacos, they know what's up. I bet homies tacos got a bunch of weird tacos, right? Like those like international type tacos. Like they had a Chinese taco and a Japanese taco.
You've been talking to Carlos. Carlos has a big menu, bro. He'll even give you like a vegan taco. I didn't even know we had vegan taco.
That's right. So y'all folks need to get yourselves down to homies tacos. Where's it at, Adlai?
It's a truck. So yeah, so you can
Oh.
catch it at all the
Right
major
now,
events too. Yeah,
right now,
homies
just to
tacos.
plug it, it's gonna be in front of the Valley Plaza on Main.
Man, if
Okay.
we were really doing a spot right now, that would have been the worst spot ever. Because when I'm like, "Where's it at, Adlai?" You're like, "It's a truck," and I'm like, "Oh," because I'm talking about it like it's
No,
a
well,
store.
I can
Like,
give
I
you
know
guys the
what I'm talking
number
about.
if you guys want. You guys
Yeah,
want the
give out-
number? So we,
Give out
whenever.
that number,
Oh wait,
man.
hold on.
Yeah,
I'll
hold on,
type it in
Adlai.
the
Let's get-
banners. Hold
Yeah,
on.
there we go. Hold
Let me
on.
type
Here we
it.
go. Here we go.
Let me see.
Wait, our service coordinator is working to help homies tacos out. Homies tacos, man. How many tacos this guy sell, Rick? How many different types of tacos?
He runs out, bro. He runs out. But I think his strong is that it's not just tacos. He does other delicacies too. You know, like tortas, burritos, nachos.
Wow.
However you want them, he'll make them for you. He has
And
that. He has that delicacy. Yeah,
It's not just for the homies either. It's for everybody.
Not
it's for
just for the
everybody.
homies.
Yeah.
For the
Yeah.
homies.
Now,
Yeah.
did he get caught up with those criminals that were doing the little homies toys? Remember those little homies toys? Turned out those
Yeah.
guys were like in the cartel or something like that. Did he have something to do with that or no?
Wow, Mike, you're good. You know there was a movie of the homies characters too, right?
Yeah. What was that now? One more time.
They were supposed to make a movie in cartoons of the homies characters.
Oh, really?
You know who was gonna pick it up? The people from the Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh, wow. That would have been cool.
That got linked, but adding on to what you just said about the government, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I
Hey,
used
what's
to
the
have.
phone number?
It's Erico 661
Uh-huh.
212-4483.
Actually, he had the remember he had the Little Rob show too at Stramler, remember?
Yes. Yes.
Adelaide, do you remember the little homie doll I had on my keychain?
No.
Oh,
I
no,
don't
you
remember.
definitely would have remembered right away, but it was the Asian one.
Was it
So they
Chino?
had they had this little Asian one, and his shirt said Japón on it, and it was a Japanese guy. He had long hair. Yeah, he had baggy
Oh,
pants,
that's
a
dope,
flannel.
dude.
Yeah, and he had a flannel, and his shirt said Japón, and
Oh,
it was
dude.
clearly Japanese. And he had long hair. Yeah, it looked like me when I had hair. I was like, this is dope.
Yeah. Oh yeah, mascot. That's right. And Rick the Rebel is the mascot.
Oh, are you the mascot, Rick?
I don't know. Me no speak Spanish.
Wait, you're going through these so fast that I have
You want me to read them?
dyslexia.
You guys want me to read them?
Yeah, that makes it easier.
He has that rap on his taco truck. Yeah, he has the homies characters on there.
Yeah, I do it sometimes to where it's known everywhere. We
Yeah.
had a show last week in San Diego, and it was known, so that's good, you know.
I wish I still had that little homie character. I don't know what I did with him.
Those are probably collector's items now. Do they still make those?
I don't know. I think they're like not there yet. You know what I mean? I think they're sitting next to Beanie Babies, where it's like they're almost
There you go.
there.
Yes.
Okay.
I saw a Vice report about this guy, and he was making millions selling them in gumball machines, and then the fad just ended, and he was stuck with them, dude. Yeah, and he taking out
No.
loans to buy more. Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Like the fidget
Okay, so
spinner.
let's get back
Yeah.
into Adelaide here when I meet Adelaide here in town. Then I guess.
But we're still talking about homies tacos, bro. You want to cut him short? I don't want to cut homies
just for that, you're getting 2 tacos when you're with me.
Listen, homies tacos, man. When you're on the taco truck and you want to save your taco bucks, don't go to homies tacos. We're here to make money, fool. So spend your money at homies tacos. Don't you agree, Adley?
I agree 100%. The tacos are phenomenal. And they got the basics too, man. They got the carne asada, they got the pollo, they got the carnitas, they got all the bomb flavors too. And then, some extra stuff too, like the tortas and whatnot. So,
what are them
tacos? They going to roll up and serve. You know what
are
I'm
the
saying?
new tacos those young people are eating that are like real drippy? It looks like a French dip sandwich almost.
You're talking about the fusion tacos.
Yeah. My goodness,
I've seen those. I don't know, but do they have taste? I mean,
those young people seem to know how to eat. That's what I'm saying. I try to eat everything they eat. Yeah. They usually eat pretty healthy and delicious, but it's always out of their price range. But I got a couple shekels for that kind of stuff. But anyways, homies tacos, you don't need too many shekels to eat there. If you're on a budget. Now, don't be taking your first date to homies tacos. You can take that girl to the El Salvadorian restaurant.
Yeah.
Take the homies.
Pretty much. Or take them to Frank's.
Take the homies to homies tacos. That's why it's called homies tacos.
But if you take your girl to homies tacos and she loves it, then you know she's down.
She's down.
Yeah, that's a down.
Adelaide, you know what's one thing a lot of people don't talk about? You remember the club Replay, right? Do you remember what it was called before it was called Replay?
Ooh, Crocodiles?
There you go.
That was before. Only reason I know is because Mickey Rock and Haas and rest in peace DJ Andy used to DJ there.
That's my boy right there.
Yeah, DJ Andy, rest in peace, man. Oh my gosh.
So Rick the Rebel, how do you meet Adelaide?
How do I meet Adelaide? Adelaide pretty much was my call, my waiting call. You know what I mean? Because this whole time that I'm rolling, because I wasn't out there showing off. I wasn't out there DJing. I wasn't hosting. I wasn't promoting. I wasn't doing shit. I was just the roadie for the Three Amigos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
the Three Amigos got you here. Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
That makes sense.
It's the Three Amigos that bring you into this position. Okay, now we want to really get down to this. See this?
Yeah, they pretty much open up the format.
Right.
Yeah.
Which
nobody knows I DJ. Everybody thinks I'm just a promoter and a club guy. You know, that's it.
Which of the Three Amigos was it? Mickey?
No. I see. Again, you're putting me on a rough spot because it's all evened out. But if I want to give flowers to somebody, it would be off. Even Oscar, Prado, because
even Oscar,
they were, because you guys didn't have to give me the opportunity to shine the way you guys made me shine, Because I thought we were done with the whole raves and partying and all that and clubbing. It was like, okay.
So how do you link up? How do you link up with the Three Amigos?
I already know them. Mickey Rock used to have a spot in at the Mercado Latino where he used to sell CDs and tapes, and I would always go there. And, we were in the mix. We were always like that. DJ Andy was part of another clique called Anvils, to where they were sort of from my clique. So when they would help me promote, I would make sure all my party crews would come in. So quick shout out to Galaxy, Devotion, my crew, United Rebel Kingdom. The list goes on, the East Side Boys, X-Men, all the old school crews. They already knew who the hell I was. It's like, oh no, that's Rick. Oh, roll with that for Rick.
Like, what was your crew again? One last time, I got lost there.
I pretty much, you know what the United Kingdom stands for, right? The UK.
Right.
I just threw the R in the middle and it became United Rebel Kingdom.
Oh, wow. That's very
because in LA there was already cliques called Rebel Familia, but these are gangs, these are cliques, these are, you know what I mean?
Nah, man, we're DJs. Yeah, we're DJs,
like a party
man.
crew.
We don't want any problems. We don't want no problems.
Bingo. Yes.
Y'all are invited as long as you leave the gats outside. Now,
that was just it. We would never disrespect nobody else. Even though I had people in my clique, crew, whatever, that were from neighborhoods. When they came down to partying and yada yada, it was like, hey, my boy, that stays outside the door. Leave that ish out there, you know.
now, Rick, my question for you is this: if ish pops off, right? Like you're at a party and ish pops off, someone starts shooting. Are you staying with the equipment? Or are you bouncing?
I was put in so many times in that position, bro. LA could elaborate on that, but in LA, I would stick with my uncle because that was the only person I was rolling with. But we never came down to that. It was more to, hey, fool, you can't be playing that song here. But then again, that comes with the delicacy. You got to know not to play that.
No, I understand. No, but I'm not saying gunplay against the DJ because that almost never happens. DJs are like superheroes.
Pretty safe for the
we
most
get
part,
to have we get to have secret names that everybody calls us. Nobody calls us by our real name. 1 and 2, nobody shoots at us. So I'm not saying you're getting shot at. I'm saying you're at a party, someone's shooting, maybe even shooting in the air, whatever. We're all gonna break, right? Everybody's gonna run. Are you staying with your equipment or are you running?
I'm staying with my equipment.
Oh, you're crazy, dude. I'm running. Adley says he'll stay with his equipment too. I'm running, dude. I don't care.
Yeah, I'd stay.
Adley, you want to tell him that one time what happened?
Which time? Which club? And I'll tell you what story.
We were over there. Remember on Olive. I ain't gonna say no names, but something cracked up, and I told you I ain't going nowhere. I'm going back in the club, and you got mad at me. Don't be talking to the managers like that. Like, dude, that's our equipment.
Laptop and run, yes. DJ Debonair, yeah. That was.
Back then we didn't have laptops and shit. We just had our crates.
It was back.
Yeah, that's back in crates. Yeah, you're not gonna have a laptop and run. And even if you do have laptop and run, what about your decks? What about your
exactly?
What about your mixer? Like God. I'm not telling you should, because I'm the run guy. I will run. If someone shoots, I will. Heck yeah, I'm running, man. Dude, I don't care. Like it ain't about that. I like living.
Here's the thing, too, though. Think about this too. What if it's the vinyl? Like I got behind me.
I've never had that before. It's never happened before. Every time there's been a shooting at a place that I've been DJing, it was outside the club. Like I never had a shooting inside the club. So I've never had the point where it was like, oh my gosh, this actually happened. But I can't
can I elaborate on something like that?
Please.
On something that happened?
Go ahead.
Rest in peace, Aldo's. Let's just say we had a race war going on in there, and everything popped off.
Aldo's, are you talking about Aldo's on Union? It's now a 7-Eleven. That Aldo's?
Yes. A lot of people might recall it. It was a specific night. Why is it always over a dame? It's always over a girl or a dame. You know what I mean? Like, it has nothing to do with it, but it's all about the color race. Let's just say there was a riot in there, and things were popping, and it came
once
out on
again,
TV
Adley,
and everything.
Rick's bringing up race. You see that? First, he tells us how he feels about the Caucasians, and now,
yeah.
No, I'm elaborating on that situation. What happened? I'm telling you my experiences.
Rick, I'm busting balls. Hold on. So
I know.
You're in there, and they're popping guns inside the club,
outside in the parking lot.
Yes,
and they're breaking chairs and everything. Yeah.
No, like I get that it's scary, but like at that point, you can stay with the equipment because I'm behind that door. So what do I care? But if I'm like, I've never been like at a house party, in a backyard, and then someone pulls a strap, and I've got.
You've never been in a situation like that?
I have, but not as a DJ. Not as the DJ. You hear where I'm going? So like I've been at a house party where someone pulls a strap. Guess what? I ran. I'm not the dummy. This is the guy I never ever have been or ever will be. This guy.
Right.
Got you. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
Like, bro, trust me. If you haven't seen somebody shoot a gun before, tonight's probably not your first time you should see it. Go to a gun range. Go to a controlled situation. Be someplace cool, bro. Don't be one of the guys whose head might get taken, and then your mom's got to like make a candle with your face on it. They got to make T-shirts that people got to wear in the neighborhood. They in Pittsburgh, they take the whole billboard. They put a billboard, bro. You got to drive past a billboard every day. Depressing billboard. My sweet angel was 14. It's like, man, I don't want to see this. This poor little kid. They shouldn't have been at that party. But neither here nor there.
In other words, don't become a sadistic, pretty much.
That's how it is, bro.
Wow.
But I've never, but once again, I've never been in a situation where someone started shooting and I was the DJ. You know what I mean? I've been in a situation where people shooting. I'm out. I'm out. I don't care. Call me whatever you want. Bro, I remember one time, you remember Little Crip, Adley?
Yeah, I remember.
One time I was giving Little Crip a ride home. Okay. And this one I rode my motorcycle. So he's on the back of my motorcycle, this little kid. We're at the store. There's these two Crips in the car, and they start yelling at us, "What up, cuz? What up, cuz?" And I'm like, "We're bouncing, bro." He's like, "Nah, cuz." Like, dude, we're going to bounce. I'm not sticking around for this. Yeah. I'm not into this.
So you're reading their mouth. You're understanding the way they're talking to you.
I mean, if I hear the words "What up, cuz," I'm like, "Hey, man, I'm not a Crip, so I don't need to respond except for by leaving. If I am a Crip, then you and I will have a conversation." Guess what? Didn't join the gang. Wasn't planning on it. I'm going. Now, where I came from, they call that a punk move or everything like that. I don't care. Call it whatever you want. You know what I call it? The move that allows me to be who I am today, alive,
exactly,
paying
bro.
Taxes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a saying that I say all the time. I'd rather call me. I'm gonna say it in Spanish, right? I'd rather be called crazy, loco, than the P word, than dumb.
Yeah.
Mejor loco que pe.
Exactly.
You know what word I'm saying, right?
Yeah, perra.
No, pendejo.
I know. Oh, pendejo. Oh, I got you.
Rather be crazy than
than a pendejo. Yeah.
Exactly.
Dude, so that was, hey, man, that was a big deal then, too, because G Boogie said that was a big thing back in the early 90s when this Aldo's thing popped off. Like, I mean, we're talking like a lot of guns and a lot of shooting.
Yes.
Like Miami,
and at the same time, it's like, it's out of towners. It's people from out of town and yada, yada. We know who was who and who was not, you know?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Yeah, dude, and I'll tell you this too. This is crazy because in Arizona we had our things happen. Like me and Mike were at the club, but the guy got shot at outside and died or whatever, and we're inside, like kind of really not even really knowing what's going on. I think until they're like, "Oh, whoa!" The owner came up like, "All right, dude. Well, the cops are here, so plan on being here for a while because they got to question everybody." But even when I moved to Bakersfield too in 2005, I remember the Rock and Rodeo. And I remember the shooting, and it was like maybe my third night here, and I'm watching the news. I was like, man, back at it again to go into these situations. Because when you're DJing and stuff,
and it's always out of towners. Yep.
You go, it's kind of, it sucks, but it's kind of like, I mean, that's gonna happen it's gonna happen in the club sometimes, and you do your best to avoid it and stuff, but it's around, dude. So you're like,
yeah, but you know what else though? We were never gangbang affiliated.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you're gangbang, a lot of times these DJs are gangbang affiliated. And so when stuff pops off inside their club and it's like, whoa, it's like, well, those were your homies, bro. Like that was kind of your thing,
that's by affiliation, yep.
You know what I mean? Like if you're like so Rick, like there were gangbangers that wanted to kick it with me and Adley, and they really wanted, and we were like, nope, man, we don't really have a lot of time. Sorry, calendar's all full.
Got to.
You know, because like we don't want to get hemmed up.
Yeah, it's true, dude. Yeah, because trust me, I thought about it because the affiliated homies always were popping bottles in the VIP section. Always had obstacles. And we're in the DJ booth, like, Mike, let's go.
We're like, dude, knock it down a little, knock it down, you know?
Yeah. We were like, money was tight. Just like, kicked it over there, man. We flossing and stuff, you know? But yeah, you didn't. Well, I guess looking back is pretty smart, but
we didn't want to because it's like, bro, I will not be happy. Dude, we would be so scared. You know what I mean? Think about them gangsters, bro. We would be so scared of them. I know I would be scared. I'm not going to lie to you. So
my fear would come from, I don't want to go to jail, bro.
I would be like,
there's no point in it. Yep.
Yeah. But anyways,
so rock the party, man.
Yeah, that's all I'm here for. So you're getting back to how you met Adelaide. Now, what happened here? You knew Oscar.
And
you knew Mickey.
The three amigos.
Yeah.
I know.
And,
What you
and
start going to Casadores or Club Chonies?
no, way before that. We were rocking Aldo's, and we were rocking El Rio. We were doing
Rio.
over here, whatchamacallit, what is it called? The Crocodile Pit. We were doing different venues at one time. But that's why I want to say thank you to Adelaide and Oscar for opening other venues for us, because they went out. And it's not a lie when people say we used to party Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
Still working and doing this is like, wow,
So Rick, from what I understand, you had a famous sentence you would say when you go to the club. It would sound like this: "Hey, bro, buy me a beer." Now, where did you get that from? Was that like the Big Lebowski or something? Was that a movie from a quote from a movie or something? Or where did that line come from?
It wasn't get me a beer. Let me get a drink.
Oh, let me get a drink.
Oh, drink. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you guys remember what your first drinks were at a club? And you didn't have to be 21, but what was your first drink you ever had?
Oh man, I didn't really drink a lot at the clubs because I was a DJ.
I drink in the parking lot in the car because I was too cheap. You know what I'm saying? I go, let's get a 40 real quick before we go to the club.
No, but for us, you used to drink 40s and all that, St. Nines and Mad Dogs and all that.
Oh yeah, St. Nines malt liquor make the Jimmy finger thicker, of course. You don't remember that commercial with Ice Cube? St. Nines malt liquor make the Jimmy finger thicker. Yeah, dude.
You know that was beefy because of that, right?
Colt 45, bro. That was it. I think Colt 45 was probably my first.
Oldie, all that stuff. Yeah.
You were a special brew dude, Adelaide. Don't give me that. Remember that when they came out with a special brew? It was like their wine
the
coolers.
flavored ones.
Yeah, it was like their wine coolers. It was awful because it tastes like St. Ives. Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, it was bad. It was strong.
Ice Cube had the St. Nines commercials. Remember that, right?
That's right. I know. That's what I said.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. You know who he started beefing with because somebody else tried to jump on his money?
Was it Chuck D?
No.
Who?
Hold on. Let me guess. Hold on.
I'm gonna give you the name of the song.
Well, it was an LA rapper, too, right?
He was an LA rapper too.
Ice-T? No. Ice-T.
Nah, not Ice-T.
Ice-T stayed away from beef because he was a real gangster.
Yeah, Ice-T was way too smart for all that, man. Jesus. Yeah. Do you remember Volume 10? Pistol Grand Pump in my lap at all time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they had beef over a St. Ives commercial or a St. Ives money?
Yes.
Volume 10. Wow.
Because DJ Pooh was producing all those commercials.
Yeah.
I'm watching that documentary right now. Actually, I haven't finished it, but they're saying that
St. Ives, who do you want? Volume 10 or Ice Cube? Because I definitely want Ice Cube.
Exactly, because Ice Cube had already dominated with all the commercials to where when Volume 10 was supposed to come out with it, Ice Cube pulled the plug on him, and that's where all the beef started.
Well, Rick,
Volume 10 had one good song. So,
Rick, you remember your first drink at a club?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what it was.
Go ahead.
Because this shit literally made me trip out. It was an Adios Motherfucker, and it was the Tall Boy.
What are those things, Adley? I've never heard of such a thing.
Adios Mother.
You never had an Adios Motherfucker?
That's got to be a West Coast thing, dude. Like, I've never heard of it before.
Yeah. G Boogie says it was water.
For him, it was
Shirley Temple, but the adioses were for real, man. You get those like at K-Pasta or whatever, man. Woo, those are strong, man.
It was like one and done. Is that what it was?
No, you're supposed to savor it all night, and I just fucking start drinking it like nothing.
And you pounded it backwards, huh?
Chug it, yeah.
That's when I started experiencing not promoting flyers no more, but they get me as a go-go dancer. Get up on the go-go box and start dancing. And I'm like, homie, don't play that. I don't do that. So no, I do that because you get girls around you and everything, and it's like, but then I was shy.
Wait, did you get
like
girls?
During that time, I was shy. I was hella shy. To where the three amigos were like, hey, fool. That's part of work too, but then at the same time, it's like, you know what? It is. That's what made Rick the Rebel, and that's how I met Adelaide.
And then you start doing the go-go dance?
Him and Oscar walk in, and yada was said, and the rest is history. I started mobbing with this guy, Adelaide, and thank you for giving me the
Dude, let me just
green
name some.
light to start spinning and DJing. Because when I start spinning and DJing, people are looking at me like, "What? This fool plays? What? This? What?
Wait. We skipped over the go-go dance. I keep trying to bring it back up, and everybody's ignoring me. What's going on?
Sorry.
Did he go dance, Adley?
Rick would, he would jump on whatever, dude. There was one club we did, I want to say Casadores, maybe. I'd put my bass bins out front, and we'd put just a piece of wood over it, and that was the stage. And then Rick would get it started, and then you'd start having girls come up, and he'd get started over there. He'd start dancing on top of the bass bins. And then, girls would be like, "Ooh, yeah, let me get up there too."
Rick, what was your song? What was the song that got you popping, dude, when you'd start dancing?
To like the jump off, my jump off song?
Yeah, what was your jump off?
Jam on it when I was little. Okay, jam on it when I was little. Jam on it, yeah, when I was little.
No, the one that Adley would play though, because in my mind I'm like, Adley, you played Jam on It at the club?
Nah, by that time that was a little early, but no, I was gonna say it was a Tupac joint. Was it You Can Do It? No, Ice Cube, You Can Do It.
That
would be a great song. Yeah, that is a great song. But it was I think it was Two of America's Most Wanted. I feel like that was the one.
Was it? That's a great song.
Nothing but a gangster party.
That is it. Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
And you should love it much more than you hate it. That song. That song.
Yeah.
That is like whoever thought that, like whoever put those two together, because of the dichotomy in their voices. You know what I mean? Like usually when you hear a group, there's a lead rapper and he's the best rapper in the group, and everybody else is kind of like the other guy. You know what I mean? What's the other dude's name in Naughty by Nature? Not Tretch. Go ahead.
Fuck, you got me there.
Exactly.
Vinny. It's Vinny, but
is it really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Right. Naughty by Nature, Vinny. Tretch and Vinny.
But that
I could be wrong.
America's Most Wanted, the Two of America's Most Wanted, Snoop sounds phenomenal in that song, and Pac sounds phenomenal in that song. And when they were writing their bars, they were like, "Oh, wait a minute, I'm writing bars with Snoop Dogg," and Snoop Dogg's like, "I'm writing bars with Pac." And even though they were trying to play it cool, like they were peers, I bet they were so impressed by one another, and that's why that song.
Oh yeah,
Rick, you are correct. That song is 100% a banger. I love that song. However, the correct song is "You Can Do It" by Ice Cube.
Like another set-off song for me that would like to initiate would be Latin Active. Latin Active from Latin to the Brown.
Yeah, I don't know Latin Active,
but with the original track on it.
Radioactive. It was Latin to Brown, I guess cover. I guess you call it. They twisted it to Latin Active. That was a good jam. Yeah, that was a good one.
I don't know Latin Active.
Okay. Do you guys remember the movie Belly?
Yeah.
Do you remember the first song that comes out in that movie?
It's that.
I'm gonna say no.
Latin Active.
It was a game changer. It was a game changer in the music.
It was a Kenny Loggins song.
No.
Same one from Colors.
No.
Was it a DMX song?
Nope.
But DMX makes some good music, man. I'll tell you that much right now.
It was literally something off the wall. And to me, this song was a game changer because it changed the prospect of where hip hop was going. Back to Life.
Oh, was it Back to Life?
Huh.
Yes.
Who was that?
My son
I was just watching it last night. I have it right here. Yeah.
Tell me if you want me.
Yeah, that one.
Remember how it started though? Yeah.
Tell me if you need me. Who sang that song? Sade?
Back to Life.
Soul to Soul.
Oh yeah,
Soul to Soul.
That's a good chill jam. Hey, but guys, we're approaching the 2 hour
mark.
Oh
my goodness. Let's do a couple
we
news
gotta jump into some news. Yeah, we gotta jump into some news, man.
And for everybody watching, me and Adler are taking next week off because it's Turkey Day.
Thanksgiving.
But we will be coming back the following Thursday. It's going to be pre-taped, guys, so we won't be able to put your little thingamajigs up there. And Adley hasn't found our magic guest yet, but Rick the Rebel might introduce us to the game's mom or something, and then we can, have her on or something. But anyways, Adley, Rick, we're at the part of the show where Adlai reads some news stories and we make fun of celebrities. And since you're the guest, you get to pick the story, Rick. So go ahead, Adlai. Give them the stories.
All right, I'm going to give you 1, 2, and 3, just the titles of the article. Okay, so you pick. So
Yeah.
Fat Joe calls Takeoff, the Migos, the Run DMC of this era.
Oh, wow.
Actor John Leguizamo says Latinos were tricked into voting Republican.
Republican.
Yeah. Or I'm going to give you this one. Or E40 and Too Short blame social media for the violence in hip hop. Fat Joe, John Leguizamo, or E40 and Too Short.
I want to go with Fat Joe because I like that fucker a lot.
Fat Joe. Let's hear it.
Fat Joe. Okay, here's Fat Joe.
Joey cracked the Don.
Yeah. Now Fat Joe.
Close a couple of them stories, Ed, because you're skipping.
Lean back.
Joey cracked the dawn.
All right, I'll read the story to you guys, and we'll get some comments here. Fat Joe has drawn comparisons between Takeoff, recently, rest in peace, and legendary hip hop group Run DMC, while mourning the life of the Migos rapper. In a recent interview, Joey Crack was the guest on Stephen A. Smith's podcast. And while speaking about the losses hip hop has continued to suffer, the Bronx rapper noted how Takeoff wasn't just a regular rapper and called him the Run DMC of this era. We had rest in peace Biggie, rest in peace Jam Master Jay, Tupac, but they were like spaced out. It's like these kids are getting killed every other week.
Yeah.
Takeoff, who recently got killed, rest in peace. He's like the Run DMC of this time. He added, he's not no regular rapper. He's a big deal. Fat Joe then went on to express his remorse for the loss of life and stressed the importance of uplifting our youth in an effort to stop the violence. Rappers went from being heroes to now being targets. What we got to do is tell the youth they're important. When I look at a young brother like him die, I look at 100 families that could have ate from the jobs he gave them. His family who's suffering forever. I pray for all those kids. How crazy is that, too? Because Takeoff was, we all heard that a couple weeks, was that last week, a couple weeks ago? Not too long ago. He was just in a dice game on the side, hanging out, and basically was an innocent bystander. What it looks like. So it's unfortunate, too, because the Migos, super talented group. A lot of great music too, and I know, Mike, we talk about new music, and I try to listen to it because I'm an 80s, 90s hip hop guy. That's where I came from first. I try to give it a chance, but
I don't.
After his passing, I did try to listen to more Migos. And I'm like, this is actually good stuff. But Rick, man, what do you think? Comparing him to Run DMC,
he probably has his. I don't know. Let's just say he probably knew more than we know him in order for him to give him his flowers like that. Fair. And if it's coming out of Fat Joe's mouth, I mean, why is he saying it? It doesn't explain why he's saying it, right?
I'll say this: Run DMC is probably my favorite music group. Do you think so, Adlai?
It's your favorite music group, no question.
Really? Wow. Okay. Yeah. So I think it makes it difficult for me to hear
to put 2 and 2 together. There you go. So that's where I'm at with you right now. To where me, I really didn't.
How do you feel about Run DMC? But you didn't like Run DMC?
I don't know about that one.
Oh, okay.
I love Run DMC.
Oh, you love Run DMC? Okay. Well,
are you kidding me? I love Run DMC, the Fat Boys, Boogie Down Production.
Yeah, man.
We're talking about the shit that I grew up on. Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Baby George says,
I would like to get away with playing it, but I can't play it.
Fat Joe getting
people look at me like, what the hell is he playing? I'm not up to date like you say with this new shit. Excuse me.
Baby George, man, you can't say that about Fat Joe, dude. I mean, I agree with what Fat Joe's saying about the there were a hot music group, and the guy did have a lot of families tied to him. Like people don't think about, hey man, I'm responsible for everybody who works for me. And when I say I'm responsible, like when I say I'm responsible today, I was like, okay, should I give the guys their annual bonuses now, or should I wait till after Black Friday? Hopefully we have a hot Black Friday, then I'll be able to use that money to just give them bonuses. But then I was like, well, Thanksgiving's coming and inflation's been pretty hot. So I'm gonna give them like a chunk of their bonus now, and then the big part of their bonus after Black Friday.
A little some.
Yeah, exactly. A little taste, so that way they could, buy their turkey and whatnot. It's turkey money, right?
Can Fat Joe be trying to compare him to Russell Simmons, kind of Run DMC kind of way, like family way?
I think he's saying they're revolutionary in that way, but I don't know. I've never really listened to the Migos, man. I don't.
Got you. On that note, why were they trying to compare the Migos with Bone Thugs and Harmony when it's two different styles?
What do you think, Adley? You know more about these fellas.
That's an interesting thing, dude. And people do it more often than not when they're like, oh, so and so sounds like so and so or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think you're onto something when you say like what he's saying is Migos brought this style that's maybe different, because Run DMC obviously groundbreaking when they first came out. Everybody's like, whoa. And they sold a ton of albums, so they know that people liked it. Migos doing the same thing, selling a ton of music. And the one thing though, I think really to focus on Fat Joe is like, dude, quit shooting each other. You know what I mean? Quit killing each other. I mean, either way, it's like
what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And that is the sad part too, because there's old rappers that have passed away, and we've lived it since the 80s and 90s and 2000s. We saw a lot.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, going back to Big L, going back to Soulja Slim in New Orleans, just these things happen, and a lot of times it's just something stupid. And in this case too, with Takeoff getting shot, what do you know? No suspects have been arrested at this time. So you're kind of like, dude,
well, and you know what? You know what else he might have meant? I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt Adley, but I thought about this as you were saying this. What he also might have meant when he said they're the Run DMC of this generation. So Run DMC was phenomenal, and they should have had a fourth act. In other words, put out one last album, all those things. But JMJ was murdered.
Yep.
And so Run DMC, the group, was taken away from us. So maybe that's what Fat Joe meant, was because what's this fella's name again that got shot for the Migos? Takeoff. Because Takeoff was shot, the Migos were taken away from us. Maybe that's what he means when he says they're the Run DMC of this generation.
You know who doesn't get a lot of media out there and a lot of propaganda, and every time he puts on a show, he's the best, but he does it quietly?
Chingo.
I want to give shout outs to DJ Quick.
Oh, Quick.
Oh, yeah, DJ Quick. Fat Joe's comparing. There was 3 in each group, period.
See, Baby George is with me, dude.
Fat Joe's going to say, Shanti sound like Madonna.
Baby George is on my side, Adley. Well, you're trying to talk about Pusha T over there.
Fat Joe. Yeah, thanks, G-Boogie. Yeah, it's just, I think he's just saying like, dude.
But what Boog say?
But come on, man. Oh, he's saying, you're right. That was Fat Joe's message about,
Oh, yeah. Stop shooting. I agree.
Yeah, stop shooting each other. TJ Quick and KRS One.
KRS does throw on a show, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we were talking about, you guys didn't get it earlier. The name of the artist is Volume 10. It was Pistol Grip Pump and my lap at all time.
I don't remember
Pistol Grip Pump. Pistol Grip Pump.
Now I remember.
That was the LA banger, though. I don't know if it did, I don't think it made it to Tucson. I feel like I don't think
it was very popular. I think it did make it to Tucson because I was living in Tucson when I heard it.
How about Mad Lion, Take It Easy?
I don't know.
Take It Easy. That's kind of a chill song, wasn't it? That was kind of a chill.
Yes. It's from KRS-One's camp from BDP from Boogie Down Production.
Oh,
okay. And Baker Boys produced the Volume 10, right? That makes
sense. I believe so.
I've been getting recently into.
No wonder they played it in every break.
What's that?
Yeah.
Baker Boys played it every set.
Yeah.
It's in heavy rotation like forever. So that's been heavy rotation for a minute.
Back in the days over there in Arizona, you guys were pretty much dominating every city, or it was just one spot you guys had?
We had a lot of duds, bro. We had a lot of duds. Like, so we'd have clubs, but the thing is like I'm a real good hype man. So there could be 4 people. Yeah, but there could be like 4 people in the place, and it would look on the radio like there was 1 million people in the place because I have this ability to trick people into doing things. I don't know what it is. And so that came into play for me in Adelaide because there'd be small crowds, and small crowds are hard to get to dance. But I would go out and trick people, hey, what's your friend's name? Then we'd give them shout outs and I'd scream on the mic and we keep talking about two particular clubs, but we had a lot of like weird random nights that we were doing at weird random clubs. But it was usually because someone else got shot at that club, and so no one would do it. Yeah, it would be a lot of that.
We had to try to revive it.
Yeah, well, so Oscar was kind of like the leftover Lucy, like the last girl at the party that didn't find a boyfriend. Like that's how so a club would open in Bakersfield, it'd be smoking hot, and then Oscar would wait for it to cool down a little bit, and then he'd get you guys in there to work. Okay. After that place had been burned down to the ground, stepped on, somebody peed on it, it became an Indian casino, then turned back into a nightclub. Then it got busted for like some sort of drugs. That's when me and Adelaide would come in and start DJing. Like that place.
Oh, wow.
I mean, and our crowds would be the weirdest crowds. Like it was a lot of black crowds, but then I remember it distinctly. I don't know if you remember this, Adelaide. There used to be this dude from Japan that would come to every one of our rock nights, our Friday night clubs. He would come to every one of our clubs. And there was these picnic, like lunch table-y things right next to where the DJ booth was, but the DJ booth was in the air.
Yep, I remember.
And he would sit at the end booth, and he was just a blonde-haired Japanese guy, and he loved hip-hop, and he would just sit there and watch us. And so finally one day I went over to talk to him because I was like, well, he's Asian, and he wants to be a DJ. And I was just like, hey, what's up, man? I'm Sketch. He didn't speak English.
Oh,
what? He didn't speak English. He just really liked us, and I think he could tell from my face that I was Japanese.
So he'd just be like, "Yeah, what would he say to you when you tried to talk to him?"
Nothing. He would just be like, so like that was one weird, but like he was a regular. And then there was this college athlete, Rick, and he was a regular at our clubs. And it was weird because then all the athletes started coming to our clubs. And in Tucson, the college athletes are as big as professional athletes in other cities. But all the athletes started coming to our clubs, but our clubs were still mad gutter. But like the quarterback would be there, or
but you guys had the it factor, bro. You had the it factor. You would bring people in, and that's what I guess I have. You gotta have that force.
That's what you got.
Yeah, you gotta have that it factor. If not, it's like, what are you doing?
All right, Rick, where can they find you on social media, baby? Tell them.
Rick Melara, RICK space MELARA.
At where? At Facebook, at Instagram?
Facebook and Instagram.
What about TikTok? You got TikTok?
You know what? I haven't got around to it.
What about Twitter? You on Twitter?
I don't know how to use it.
Truth Social? Are you on Truth Social?
Jesus, lady, you got me there. No,
not Truth Social with Donald Trump.
Rumble?
No, not even.
What's the one? Clapper?
Clapper.
You can meet me at Zodi's. At Zodi's on Sunset and Normandy.
All right, you guys all heard all Rick's plugs, and you guys know where to find Rick on social media. Thanks for following us on the Chino Brothers. Follow us on YouTube. Everybody. Check us out next week. We're going to be off. Don't forget, we're going to be off for Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. But the following week, we'll come back with a mystery guest that Adlai is going to figure out for us in the next 2 weeks. All right. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.
Have a great night, everybody. Thanks.
Yeah, Rick, thanks for doing the show.
Thank you. All right, later.
Bang. And Rick, stick around. Hold on.